everybody. Welcome, welcome. Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing Gucci. Password's there, by the way, dog lover. If you want to hop in. Yeah, always wait until the stream starts. Just so those of you with the old quick fingers, the trigger fingers, can hop in ASAP Rocky. Hope you're all doing good. Let me do a quick Google search, because that is not the first person who I've seen use that word in this chat. And you have to remember, I'm an old man at this point. I don't keep up with all the lingos. Let me just definition, just to see if it's something that I could do. Intended to increase the level of things on food massage, create mark tears, especially thicken. I mean, sounds productive. I might give it a go. Who knows? Alec, what? You're right, buddy. Am I streaming Thursday? I don't want to promise anything, because I promised I'd stream last night and I didn't, but I want to say yeah. I don't see any reason why not. Should be alright. Should be okay. Confirmed Joker. Not yet. Maybe in the future. Who knows? Who knows? I think we can all use a little bit of help, can't we? But what we've got going on today, I'm sure, well, actually, let me turn the map on and all that good stuff first. As you can tell from the stream title, we are going to be doing some of the easier or like more played tracks in the game, whether it's Paris, Paletta, Forest, like Farm, Widowmaker, all that stuff. All the tracks that are usually quite straightforward and easy that the general community really enjoys. And we're going to put it on a higher level with ERODE and just see how it ends up. Now, we could do something absolutely ridiculous, you know, like 10, 20 ERODE, but then it would just be survival anyway, and I don't know if there'd be much enjoyment in it. So what I've done for this race, this is more of a test than anything, is I've put it on free, which doesn't sound like much, but you have to remember, once we get 30 plus people in the same lobby doing 4 or 5 laps, that free ends up being, so what would it be, times 30 would be 90, times 4 or 5 lap would be like 300, 350, 360-ish. So it adds up. It really does add up. So that's what we're going to try and do today. I don't know. We'll see how the track forms in each one, because I think each track handles a little bit different. I know Paris like barely erodes compared to, not Paris, Paletta barely erodes to a track like this, for example. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. No, I don't think anybody. Well, I don't think anybody that competes in the game anymore uses Lean Help Zero, because it's banned by default on the servers. So if you own a dedicated server and you open up like the server like manager to adjust your tracks, default, all that good stuff, it's an option in there to turn on or off, and it's turned off by default. So if you try joining on 0, it will either ban you or automatically change you to 1. I can't remember which way it works, but no, I don't use Lean Help 0 at all. It was literally something that I used for a day, and that was it after that point. So we are Lean Help 1 gang. Been to this track multiple times. What city in California do you live in? Ah, never mind. You're talking to Dog Lover. Is lower direct lean or higher better? Better is a difficult word to use because a lot of it's personal preference. The higher the direct lean, the more sensitive the bike will be based on your input. Whereas the lower it is, the more the game will smooth it out for you, but it might turn a little bit slower. So some people prefer that like smooth and slow riding style. Some people like it to be really, really sensitive. So if you want very sensitive, go as high as you want. If you want something a bit smoother and a bit more consistent, then go a little bit lower. I learnt the game on around 40-ish for a very, very long time, and I think people usually consider me to be quite a smooth player. It's only recently, I think I'm on 80 right now. The reason I cranked it up is because there's a lot of very, very fast people in the game at the moment. So in order to just try and keep up with them and try and get around corners as quickly as I possibly can do, it is beneficial for me to increase it, basically. So it's all personal preference. Same with what is the best 250. Best is very subjective. A lot of people like the KTM 250. I think it is the fastest in terms of raw power. However, every time I've hopped on it, I've not been a fan of the suspension of the bike. So I prefer like a Honda, for example. But again, that's just personal taste. I would definitely recommend everyone try a few different options out, and then if you find a bike that you like the base of the most, then from that point you can go and work on like a suspension and everything like that. The track is in the pinned comment. This is Paris Raceway. if you type in my name in the server list, then my server will come up, and then you can pop the password that is above my big old head to join the server as well. Oh, hang on, give me a second. Mrs. is calling me on WhatsApp. There we go. Back in the game. Ding, 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 ding. I've only ever seen like footage online of Paris. I've never seen like GoPro stuff, but you know, more raw footage from the sidelines that people take of their riders there. What 450 do most pros use? Again, at the moment, it tends to be... That was horrible. We just had like a awful crash impact sound. It tends to be KTM for the most part. There's a few people that use a Husky. There's a few people that use Yamaha, and then you get a very rare occasion where people switch up a little bit. But yeah, KTM seems to be... Like, when you hop on any other 450 and then you go to the KTM, you realise just how fast the bike is. But again, for me, it's a similar situation to the 250, where for whatever reason, it always feels very stiff suspension-wise. And some people don't mind that. Some people are fine. I just prefer something a bit softer, a bit more plush. Well, I really enjoy the Husky for Supercross, but then I have the same problem outdoors where it doesn't really handle the deep stuff too well. You can see right now, I'm not sure if you can hear, I'm not sure how loud I've got the game compared to my voice. There's a lot of impacts on these singles that I'm having where it sounds like I've crashed, like it's making a horrible noise. And I think that's just where the suspension is a little bit on the stiffer side, where it's a harder impact. Would I do Western Beach Race? Wow, that's a toughie. If I had like a bike provided, yes. I wouldn't want to ruin one of my own bikes doing it, because I know that it's literally bike killers. But the other thing is I just hate sound in person. I'm much more of like a hardback rider. So I don't know. It's all circumstantial, but I definitely wouldn't want to ride one of my own machines. I think I had it set up to like 36 people or so in the server, so we'll see what we're looking like. I don't want to leave it going too long, otherwise the track will be absolutely boofed. There's going to be two parts to this. Like, a lot of it is you're going to have to be quite smart, I think. You know what I'll do? Let me reset the track once, just to see if we get many of like the death holes up here, because that is the only issue with this game. Once the ruts get very deep, you reset them and you just get these random holes appear on the track. Like, I can see like this one here, for example. The track's not really reset there at all. I'm guessing a couple people might have hit this bit already. There's a few holes that haven't reset themselves. Let's get tire taps going. Oh, call me Eli, Big Daddy Eli. How long does it take to load track graphics? I mean, that's very PC dependent. Mine took maybe like 20-30 seconds. Isn't Suzuki a top bike, most power to? No, opposite of that. Suzuki's one of the less powerful, maybe like 4th or 5th, I don't know. I think it's like KTM, Husky, Fantic, Yamaha, then maybe the Suzuki. I don't know, actually Gas will fall in there. Gas could beat Suzuki as well. I'm not enjoying your name at the moment, Celium, because I think that he's an absolute twat. I'm guessing you're not the real one. I'm guessing you're just a fan. But Celium is such a twat in my opinion. I hate him so much. Much more of an Optic fan than a FaZe fan. I will say the suspension on the Suzuki is very, very good. Just even out of the box, it usually handles most bumps quite well. Very good in whoops, I will say that. Like, Husky 450 is very, very good in whoops. Hello, Nick. You're right, man. So Gas falls into a very similar category as like the Husky, where it's not quite as fast as the KTM, but you know, being another Austrian bike, being basically a red KTM. It's still pretty good. God, that's a little bit sketchy. Why no 125? You're welcome to ride a 125. Actually, no, I don't think you are. Basically, the issue I've got is how the dedicated servers work is when you're selecting classes to race, it will show up saying like MX1/MX2/MX3/MX1 two-stroke and so on and so forth. And if that exceeds a certain number of characters, it won't let you ride them anyway. So I think usually to stop it exceeding, I include all of the OEM bikes minus the 125s, and that's usually my way around it. So I'm sorry for that if you wanted to ride a 125. You can ride 252 strokes right now. Oh my! You guys can hear these like crashing noises when I'm hitting the ground, can't you? Trying to stay out of the way of people as well. Do I like Skibbity Toilet? No, I'm afraid I'm a 28-year-old man, so that's a little bit outside of my area of entertainment. Does the Cowie just suck? In comparison, casually, no. All bikes casually are usually quite fun. In a competitive scene, then yes, just because you are putting yourself at a huge disadvantage to everybody else, speed-wise, really. Is it actually you? Hang on, let me have a look at this, Celium. I need to have a look. I need to see if you're trolling me or not, because that'd be so funny if not. How do I... Oh, God, how do I view people? I don't even know how I can view your channel. Open in new tab? No, won't let me do that. Uh-oh, hang on. Hang on. It won't even let me look. I think it's because I'm in thingy view. Oh, no, I'm not believing you just yet. I feel like you're trolling me a little bit. If so, it's very cool that there's a nice little crossover there. Why am I on 110? Why am I on a 110 rear tyre? There we go. I think what it is, if that is Celium, is at least from the matches I've watched, what I hate the just the general like cockiness in COD at the moment. Just COD competitive, I enjoy playing it so much, but I hate the people that you come across. Like, it's so frustrating. Whereas I feel like I enjoy watching people like Ant, for example, like Shotzi, where it's a lot more, I guess, chilled and fun, if that makes sense. But I can't remember what games it was the other day that I watched, but there was a little interview with Draza afterwards, and he was so cocky, and I was just like, oh my god, please shut up. I hate you so much, please. So yeah, a bit of an Optic fan. I've been trying to do a little bit of COD ranked grinding recently. I usually go through hot and cold spells of playing CODs in general, just on if I'm enjoying it or not. I'll go months at a time without playing the game and come back. And at least in this game, bear in mind I hadn't played ranked for a few years to be fair, but in this Modern Warfare 3, I only started playing ranked last season, and I'm chilling I can't remember what order it goes. Is it Plat first or Diamond first? Whichever one. The one that's after Gold, I am that free, and I'm like 100 SR away from going up to whatever one. I kind of want to get it, because I just want to get the skin. Yes, track is free, Jacoby. It's in the pinned comment to download. Let's have a look what we're looking like. We've got Cooper sinking in. Yeah, so was it bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond. So I'm like 100 SR off of getting into the diamond ranks. Yeah, it wasn't intentional to basically copy Thomasuna, I just thought it looked nice. And then as soon as I started posting stuff on Instagram, like so many people started tagging him like over and over and over again. I actually feel bad for him because like he's seen them, like he's commented, like saying, "Lo, I'm in the game," and yeah, people still keep tagging him over and over. So I do feel sorry for him. I might have to stop running the all white stuff. What tyres? I usually go on a 450. I go 80 front and 120 rear. 250. I think the 120 rear kind of slows you down a bit. It's a little bit like too heavy, if that makes sense. So I tend to go more for like 110, or if I'm on an outdoors track, I'll go like 100. Just it's just give it a little bit of a test. Come to our next major, I'll get you a team pass if you promise to cheer for FaZe and the boys. Well, if that is actually legit you, Celium, then whichever one is in the UK next, I'll come and show up because Charlie absolutely loves his CDL stuff. He watches it all the time. So that would be very, very cool. The only thing I do say, even though I do enjoy Optic winning, is FaZe have by far the best gun camo in the game. I think that shit is absolutely litty. Right, let's have a look. No, everyone looks Gucci. So we think I always feel bad, but we can do 2 races. I'm sorry if anyone is still sinking in. I want to just get a race going. We can do more than one. We can do one. I also don't speak in freedom units, I'm afraid, boys. So I use PSI rather than bar. So I can't really help too much with that. Oh, there we go. I was like, how's that man riding around the track and we're all on the gate? Okay. I thought there was... I think there's 40 gates on this track. We'll see. The first corner on this track is always very, very sketchy. So we've got to cross our fingers here. I don't actually know where Charlie is. I've not spoken to him today. Boys, what's happening? What's going on? Don't turn into me, sir. That's not very nice. Oh, good jump. Very good jump. Oh, I've got a little bit of a kick. It's fine, we're good, we're clear, we're free. Out of the carnage. Well, most of it anyway. I just want to survive for the first 2 corners, because the cleaner track we have, the less ruts we will have to deal with. So it was how many laps? 4 laps. So it ends up being about, oh, my death ruts. You can see where oh, my death ruts. Okay, this is why we don't reset the track. I'm going to have to just keep a mental note of where they are, because if your front wheel gets stuck in one of them bad boys, game over. Game over, I'm afraid. Oh! Is PSI a freedom unit? I don't think we use bar in the UK. We're usually the opposite to you guys, I think. Why do I see a lot of Americans use bar, that I've seen at least. Unless it's different states use it. Yeah, most of the Americans I talk to use bar. I'm happy to be corrected. I say my geography and just all that stuff and what people do in different parts of the world is not that great. No majors in the UK? Oh, that actually sucks. Maybe there'll be something coming. I don't think it's something that we'd travel overseas for, unfortunately. No, it might be cool to go to one. Yeah, definitely comes in waves on when I'm actually into it or not. My biggest issue on ranked at the moment is I'm so hot and cold. Like some days my shot will just be on, crisp, loving life, easy W's, and then other days I'm just getting absolutely melted. But what I have also noticed recently, I spend a little bit more time watching the kill cams when I do get melted. I feel like I'm running into a lot more cheaters recently that just have like a soft lock. I feel like I've played FPS games enough at this point to know when someone has just got genuinely good aim or when it's a little bit sus. Play CSGO enough, you can see when people are like snapping on to others. This is going to be chaos by lap 5. I'm so sorry, boys. I thought 3 ERODE would be safe. I didn't think it'd be this bad. Thought it'd be alright. Thought it was safe. Oh. Linda the Black Magnet. On the bright side, we have got a Linz 1 and 2 right now. We've got Linz's daddy in P2. I don't know if it's Breezy or someone else, but he's on the KTM 450, which would lean me that way. And Breezy's a... Look at the rut on the takeoff! Breezy's a big fan of Paris. But I'm pretty sure, even though he's from the UK, I'm pretty sure Breezy was born at Paris Raceway. He loves it. Decent amount of cheaters at the moment. COD's in the mud. kind of thought so. I'm guessing most of you boys just do scrims rather than actually playing ranked a lot of the time. I don't see too many of the top pros in like the top 250 score-wise. And generally, if I actually think about it, the last time I think I played ranked before Modern Warfare 3 might have been Black Ops 2, genuinely, when the M8 4A1 was like the meta. The old 4-burst. Oh, absolutely sexy gun that was, I missed that. Can't park there, sir. CS is in the bin right now. I think it has been ever since CS2 came out. I still do enjoy watching the CS majors. I keep getting it in my recommended at the moment. I'm not sure which one it is, but I watched, was it Changdong? Chang maybe? Whichever one it was, I watched that one. And then there's one on at the moment as well. I don't know who I kind of really support in CS at the moment. I just like watching the games. There's not like one team that I want to win over everybody else. Oh, Jesus. I think the issue with ERODE on this game a lot of the time is you can't see too much where the kickers are, just with how the lighting works in the game. And you get these square edge bumps that just appear out of nowhere and absolutely yeet you over the handlebars. But in I guess a weird backwards way, this is going to help me for outdoors a little bit. At least in getting used to I was about to say the Suzuki, I'm not riding the Suzuki. At least getting used to the Husky in the deep stuff. Holy moly. If you boys ever do get any of that, like just front end stuff, where it just kind of tucks on you, your best bet is just to let go of your steering and just let the game try and sort it out for you. Because if you try and fight it, usually it just ends up taking just like ages. Some crashes you can't help, but yeah, for the most part, it's not too bad. Oh. So in terms of CS, I've not played it in probably like a year. Well, actually, last time I played CS was probably on stream, like a long time ago, just at the end of a race or something. But I get much more enjoyment out of watching CS than playing it myself. I'm just not a very good mouse and keyboard user. My aim on it is actually atrocious. My whole life I've used controllers, so it just feels much more natural to me. I try, and every now and then, when I'm playing COD, I'll try using keyboard rather than controller. And whilst the aim is good, like my aim's actually pretty decent with a mouse, my movement on keyboard is horrific. Oh, no. You still able to create different track lists? Yeah. Just create a new folder in your tracks folder. So instead of where it says like motocross, supercross, all that, you just make one called whatever you want. So make one called Big Titties and drop some tracks in there, and then when you go in game, you can hit your drop down at the top right, and there'll be a separate Big Titties one. Oh my Jesus. I don't even know what I'd do to the suspension to stop it from bottoming out over this stuff. I'm not sure if there's anything you can do, which just like, you just have to take your time a bit more and try and work your way through it slowly. It's like it's rideable. It's not, it's not a fun experience, but it's definitely rideable. Oh my Jesus. I've started going through the whole process, boys, as well, is where I completed like the mastery camo for MW3. I basically dipped halfway through MW2, and I never got like polyatomic or whatever the main mastery one is on there. So I've started like going back and using the old guns in this game and just trying to get everything, which is tend to be a lot more tedious than I thought. I added a lot of guns to that game. I've got about, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 guns left that I need to rank up to max level, and then I'll start going back through everything trying to do challenges. But yeah, some of the challenges are just so painful and situational. Breezy's not letting me get away with this, is he? He's still right on my booty cheeks, and we got one more lap to go. Just gonna have to try and be as smart as possible. Just staring at my front wheel, making sure that I don't accidentally get in a rut and it doesn't tuck on me. Let me come out here. Let's go out into some of the smoother stuff and then try and cut back across. Nice. Look at that. Did you see that? That whole rut that's formed in the face of that jump. That's disgusting. I need to go into free camera once this is finished and show you that. That's unreal. Oh, careful. The back's lost all traction as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's unreal. Yeah, this was Paris Raceway. It is now turned into a minefield. And come over to the left side. Not many people have taken off over here, so it's still going to be nice and smooth. We'll go around the outside. Try and keep it up on the pegs. Careful, 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 careful. Oh, my Jesus. Paris is still a track, not a minefield. We're almost there, almost at the finish. I'm guessing... I don't know if Breezy's game crashed or if he just had a little rage quit. He was fed up with the rough stuff, but yeah, my lead is now like 48 seconds, which is lovely. Makes my life easy, takes all the pressure off. You love to see it. Just up on the pegs as much as you can. Lando, are you intentionally cutting the track to try and be here? Because I don't really like when people do that. I won't mind kicking you, but you're definitely 50 seconds behind on the timing. And you was nowhere near me until this lap. So, yeah, maybe don't do that. Never understood why people do. Nice. Thanks for that, buddy. Crash would never have happened if you didn't cut the track and crash in front of me. I think Papiti stopped the servers just because you can't really get much out of the game anymore. Like, Boso's just not updating stuff. Oh, never mind, he did have... He somehow had 95 seconds of cuts. Which on that last lap was from cutting the track. So, maybe don't do that. Again, I do not find that enjoyable. We'll give you a timeout until the server restarts. No, I don't. The Lake Havasu with High Road just isn't a fun experience at all. I don't even know what my suspension is right now. I'm just rocking it as it is, to be fair. I'll let people finish off their lap. I'll hit a cheeky little reset, put it in practice, and we'll do another race around it. Bum, 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 bum. If I put that whole folder into mxbikes track.pkz file that are inside the Steam browse files, yeah, I have no idea what you're asking there, Kura. If you tried what I did and it didn't work, you've just done it wrong. So, Verboso documents, Verboso, mxbikes, mods, tracks, and then you create a folder in here. New folder, titties, and then you drag tracks into here, and then it will show up in game for you. That is the best way of doing it, sir. Or if you're trying to like relocate where your tracks are because it's taking up too much space on a drive, then that is something completely different. I don't know the exact way of doing that, but you have to do more than just move the folder. You have to tell the game where you've relocated everything to, you know? Next donator-thon, probably once I've moved, once everything. Like, I mean, look at the state of this, by the way. I'm not usually the most messy of people room-wise, but look at the state of it, where I'm in the process of like moving everything. It's everywhere. So yeah, I'm going to wait until everything's all sorted out. Once everything's moved and we're all in the right place. Now I've moved this camera wrong. There we go. And then I'll do after that. Practice. There we go. And I'll give it a cheeky little track reset as well. She's pretty brutal right now. I can't, Derek. It's not something I can even do manually. You have to wait until the server goes down and goes up again. It's out of my control, I'm afraid. There's no like list or anything for me where it says like whose was banned from that and who wasn't. Have you closed and reopened your games since moving them? That is the only other thing I can think of. Sounds like a Discord question. Other than that, I'm afraid. Celium, if you are still chilling in here, message me on Instagram just so I know that it's legitimate, and we'll see if we can sort something out in the future. See, I don't know a full list of CDL events, but I know that me and Charlie, for example, we want to go to America next year to go to Anaheim 1 for Supercross. Sure, we can plan something else out in the future. This is whichever bike you prefer, to be fair. It's quite a tight track, so it's not like it's not against two strokes at all. Only reason I'm probably going to be riding the 450 Husky most of today, just to get as comfortable on it as possible. Because after I keep abandoning it over and over again and trying out different bikes, then coming back to it and doing well, I feel like I just need to stick to the bike and commit to the bike at this point. Don't go to that woke state. I'll go to whichever state Supercross is in. Like, it's not got to be political at all. I'm just going to go and watch a Supercross race. Yeah, we change tracks every like two races or so. So we'll do one more around here and then we'll switch up after this. I don't know which one to do yet. Again, we'll do simple tracks. I wish that more of the simple tracks had more gates, because I'm pretty sure Paletta and Farm and like Forest, they've all got 24 gates each. Careful. Sure you're doing the outdoors on here too. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to try and do outdoors on the Husky. I think they're planning on starting work on the AMA outdoors tracks pretty soon, which is quite exciting. I'm interested to see how they come out. You like deep, Cam? I'm glad you like deep. So we'll do... What's the sinking situation look like? Dilla 87B is pretty straightforward. Yeah, I would have to download it. I haven't played actual old Dilla in probably years at this point, to be completely honest. I'm guessing there's quite a lot of people that are rejoining. People saying they're lagging. We got 1, 2... We've only got 2 people sinking in. Does that fill up the gates? 34. Favorite in the series? Generally don't know. It's a tough one to answer. I don't actually know which answer I'd give to that, to be fair, because it usually, I don't even know from a watching perspective. I enjoy all of the outdoor routes. I think they're usually all quite fun. From a playing perspective, it's changed each year because we've had different track creators each year, so it's really, really hard to say. I'm going to give this until 9:54:00. So, because we keep getting people like leaving and new ones sinking in, it just gives us a certain cut-off where I don't feel as bad from starting the race. I have to clean her off before we go to the gate again. You'd smoke me? Yeah, probably. Probably. Bit washed up these days. Is that Suzuki or is that Husky in the background? Here's a Suzuki. I always see like the yellow back end now, and I'm just like, which one is that? I've not checked out the new model swap. No, I don't buy. I just don't buy model swaps. I think £10 for a bike model is quite a lot. It is a lot. I know there's a lot of time and effort that goes into them. Some people probably see more value in them than I do, but yeah, it's not really my thing. It won't make me go any faster, and for the most part, I mean, they're quite handy for people that take like screenshots and things like that, whereas I just play the game to play the game. It's Kenny. It doesn't surprise me. I saw like that little leg twist as he landed. It doesn't surprise me. It sucks, but I can understand if you've hurt yourself from your own mistake, you still beat yourself up about it, but it's not quite as bad. But if you are out for a season because of a bike malfunction, it's got to be so frustrating. Yeah. Crash was gnarly. In a very backwards way, I'm glad that something dramatic happened during that race, because the racing, I think, itself was getting a little bit on the stale side, a little bit boring. I'm not sure that track was great from a racing perspective, but then we had Sexton's mistake, followed by Kenny's mistake, or whichever way around it was, pretty close back to back. But yeah, it gave a little bit of excitement to it. It just sucks that now Kenny's out for the season, because you don't see him riding that well that often, so when it happens, you kind of want him to do as good as possible. Do you know what I was really annoyed about in Nashville? I was very, very annoyed that Hunter passed AC in the heat race. I was like, Hunter, listen, if you want me to be on your side, you need to let AC win this heat. It's the last one he's probably ever going to get to win in his entire life. But no, he had to go and pass him. So, yeah, I was not a happy man. I didn't reset the track. This is going to be fun. Oh yeah, I hear Linda launches going on. Scumbags. Scumbags. Who would ever make a start technique of that scummy? Could never be me. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's rough again. She's very rough again. The start of last race was pretty smooth because the track was nice and fresh. Oh, what was that frame rate? Oh god, that's not stream. That is actual in-game FPS. Oh, excuse me. What's happened there then? Big Mika 48. He's up here, he's barking. Love to see it. Did not expect him to go that slowly off that jump, that's my bad. My max HUD hasn't started counting anything yet, which is concerning me a little bit. Right, careful. Nice and gentle. Let these guys kind of bump against each other and take each other out. Can you have my setup after the race? I don't know if I've done one on outdoor stuff, to be fair, but I've got Supercross set up on this Husky. Kind of working on stuff at the moment. There's no point in me giving you this because I don't even think it's that good. Oh god, you see how it's kind of kicking me off of each bump I hit? It's not really absorbing it very well. Oh, that's sad. Boys, I beg, please do not leave and rejoin on a different bike, because then people get glitches and people get stuck inside each other. It's that little bit of flickering now and then that you see going over my screen is because people leave and rejoin on different bikes, and it bugs the game out at the moment. I'm not sure why things like this happen from one game update to another. It's like, what could have possibly happened that would change this? So yeah, I can't do anything about this now. I've basically got a rider inside of me at all times. Oh my goodness. Oh. Jesus Christ, man. Ah, the crash physics on this game, they are something else. They are nuts. I'm guessing it's just where like the faults maybe or swing arms impacting with the ground if my suspension's like compressing particularly hard. I cannot show my settings right now, no. I do have entire videos based on my settings, which is much easier for you to watch and pause and copy. Oh, careful. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it. I just did not... Oh, okay. Thank you, Roberto. I just did not hit that in a straight line at all. And looking back, I've not pulled away as much as I thought I would. Got some enduro experts riding around Paris with me by the looks of it. Keep going to say Paris rather than Paris. I don't know why. Big neighbours in Paris. A little double again. Yay. Clean. The one I've got on right now is meant to be for GPs. This isn't really... it's not like super crossy. But it's just an issue that I've got with all of the Austrian bikes. I really don't like them outdoors at all. Then also don't want to be switching bikes again all the time. Unless I have one bike that I ride indoors and one bike that I ride outdoors. What is it? It always happens on this part of the track, which is odd, and then it kind of disappears for the rest of it. You can't survive stuff like that. Oh, there's no chance. Yeah, about 3 months, I think. I think the only thing that I've changed since then, I'm not sure what it said had my direct lean as, but I've just changed the direct lean to 80 compared to whatever it was then. Oh, Jesus! I might have to switch up my lines, boys. Not gonna lie. Rather than just keep following the deep trench over and over again. It's definitely more sketchy than the first race. Maximum focus. Have to play Mourinho's. I played it today for a video that goes live tomorrow, so I want to kind of hang away from it for the stream. Oh, God. Yes, it's very nice seeing Kevin go back and kind of improve upon his old works. Nice, smoothish outside. Love to see it. Careful. Oh, tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Stretch that bad boy out. Didn't mean to stretch it out that far, though. Holy. It does seem very backwards, but if you can get good at riding very, very over-the-top stuff like this, I'm pretty sure you can ride well on any nationals track, because it's just going to be a tamer version. We've got two laps left. much it. So we need to do a little bit of line searching. It's hard sometimes because you usually end up filtering. If you want to kind of carry any sort of speed around the track, you usually end up filtering into the same lines as usual. Don't know if you can do anything on the face of that jump, Jesus. But like I can miss out this deep rut on the inside. I know that the next inside's super deep as well, so I'm going to just try and go around it this time. Same as I don't want to go anywhere near that inside. I'll jump my way through these little potholes. Try and hang a left down this straight. The left-hand side of this jump down here has been eroded the least. Then switch over to the right, because everyone's been going inside there. Just got to pick the track apart, dissect it. Go slow to go fast, all that nonsense. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no. I'm in the hole! I'm over the boss. No way I'm surviving that. Nope. Not sure where else you meant to go on that jump, however. You are kind of locked into your rut there. Jesus Christ. There's no tips to relearn without it. You just play without it. That's all it is. Put another 400 hours in without it, and you'll hopefully be better than where you are at this point. There's, I mean, you'll learn. The muscle memory will eventually take over of how. Game's very funky right now. Of how far you can lean over before the bike topples. But to be fair, like the amount of grip we have right now is unreal. Like you can lean over so far without crashing. I tried playing, so when I let my girlfriend play for a bit, when we done that video like months back, I had all the settings, like assists on for her, like lean help and everything, so she didn't just fall over. And I tried playing the game like it afterwards on the same settings, and I don't understand how people can play with them settings on. You have to go so slow to get around the corner. It's actually unreal. I just have to brake so much. Right, last lap. That was a very, very sloppy back end to that lap. Okay, we're alive again. Try and go over here. Nice. I'm even going to go outside around this corner. I've not done it yet. Much smoother than the other lines. Downside with how the game handles the road also is it gets quite... It's like lots of little triangles. So what happens is you get this constant little chatter everywhere, so your back end's never truly in contact with the ground, which causes the back end to spin, and then you slide side to side, and then you kind of crash. And there's not too much you can do about it. You can kind of help your chances by leaning back a bunch and very, very, very timidly being on the throttle or running in a higher gear. Sometimes it is what it is. Oh my lord. I'll take it. If you feel like you're barely touching the stick, only thing I can recommend is maybe getting some sort of controller overlay or watching yourself back in replay to see if you are just flopping over sideways. Outside of that, you can turn your direct lean down or turn your gain down. Mess about with your steering settings. It's the only thing I can really give feedback on, to be honest. You can't really do much else than just be patient and try and learn how to turn smoothly. Oh, I just realised that second place has passed me. Been waffling too much, didn't even notice. Don't know if he's got like loads of cuts or anything that will come into play, but it says he's 10 seconds behind. Yeah, very frustrating when you're at some of them square edges and you couldn't even see that they was there in the first place with the shadows. Oh! Oh, my lord. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, he's crashed as well. Go. 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 Oh, yeet. Oh. Got him. Oh, yes, I think he had cuts anyway. Hello, Mr. Ryder. I'm good, thank you. Hello, Smarties. See, I mean, I've got my controller overlay on now. I see a lot of people, even when I'm doing like one-on-one coaching or whatever, they just jam the stick to the side, and it's like you're kind of asking the bike to do too much if you just jam it over, which is why you see me like progressively turn, just very, very slowly start easing it. Whereas if you just jam it into a corner, the front end goes a little bit light, and the bike gets all floppy. Right, I'm tempted to turn the road down a little bit because that was on 3. And that was to the point where it was almost unenjoyable by the end of it. The other issue we've got is I want to do tracks like Farm, but there's only 24 spaces, so if people don't mind, that it's going to be more of like a first come, first serve basis, we should be okay. I'm just going to give it a second to sit here to let people finish their race off before I do the next one. Yeah, we'll just sit for a bit. Mm, 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 mm. Game crashed both races, that sucks. Right, I'm going to do Farm. Do I need to get a track link for Farm? You guys going to make me do that? Where is it? God, we have to go back. April 20th, 2021. Damn. It goes back a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe a little bit too brutal, which I apologise for. I didn't think it was going to get beaten up quite that much. Because 3, like it's a big number, but it's not like insane. I'll do 2 this time. And we'll do, let's type in Farm 14, save, start. No, I don't believe there is a single pro player that uses lean help. I generally don't think it's possible to go fast enough on the game with lean help because you have to slow down so much to get around turns. And obviously, turns are where you gain most of your time on people. Anyone can go fast in a straight line, but you have to be able to go fast in your corners. I imagine lean help also has negative effects when it comes to like scrubbing jumps very hard too. Oh, that's some good clicks. Have you seen that Batman-looking bike with the huge tyres? Are we talking in game or are we talking real life? Because like the Bat bike is a real thing. I'm not too up to date with all of. Oh, was that just kick me? I hate this game with a passion. Like, just remove the setups that I'm not allowed to run anymore. It's not that deep. I've got to take the server down and open it up again, boys. I apologise. Ah, I've deleted it now, so it shouldn't happen a second time. It's like, bruh, just let me join. If there's a setup that is no longer viable in this update of the game, then either delete it from my game or spawn me in on the default setup so that doesn't happen. It's like, God knows how many tracks I've probably played in the past with this Husky 450, because that was my thing in 2022. Sub-only pub races. Well, I'm pretty sure that the only people in these races are subs, because you have to come onto the YouTube to get the password anyway. And majority of the people that are here watching are subscribed anyway. So I really don't think it would change too much. Right, I can actually play now. Just going to get another... I'm actually going to use a Supercross setup this time. Probably a terrible idea for the old rough, but we'll rock it. That sounds like a Honda 250. It's not a Honda 250. Rip. The Honda and Suzuki 250s have the same sound. Yeet. Password is above my head, Soupy. It's probably full now. I know it says there's 36 spaces, but I think there's only room for 24 people on the track, so it might give you pit lane full. Wonder why this was a track that kind of popped off so much. There's so many tracks that have just a similar vibe. Or does this track even erode deep? To be fair, I mean, there's some tracks where the erode just doesn't take effect as much as others. Maybe Paris was a particularly soft one and this one's a bit harder. Let's have a look, see road looking like. It's not... Oh, actually. It's going to be terrible. That's just people barely accelerating to get on the track. Okay. Noted. This could prove difficult. I have to concentrate so much for tracks when they erode a bit. I also, so during Friday's Soupy race, I feel like I was very, very quiet throughout the majority of the race, but it just helped with concentration. I might try and do that a bit more, and hopefully the entertainment... Hopefully the entertainment comes from me doing better in the races rather than talking at the same time. We shall see. Jesus, yeah, this is going to be erode deep. Front end's already trying to get a little bit mixy on the takeoff for the jumps. Come on, whip it back, whip it back, whip it back. Yes. Still send it. Oh, no, not quite. Thought some people joining with high ping. No issue to me, sir. This server is set up, so anyone with high ping just gets rid of them through. So they are the ones that are at a disadvantage, unfortunately. Collisions are not off. The collisions are only off for the high pingers. So if you have above 250, so like Mr. The Hoon right here, then you can ride through them. Anybody else below 250, so also this man right here, you'd be able to ride through. And it's just to stop the high ping negatively impacting everybody else. Already full. Everyone's already in and synced. I'm not gonna reset the track either. What is... Someone just commented on my Instagram asking for the lobby password. Bruh, just look, please. Rightio, boys. Ding, 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 ding. The revs are up. The gates are. I see lots of little launches down. That was a bit delayed where I was looking across to my side. It's all right. We've got prime gate position. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yes. Oh, she's rough. Gonna get landed on. Gonna get landed on. Oh, caught me Trey Canard. My back. It's gone. Don't know how to tank that, but, you know. Clearly all of this sitting in my chair, not going to the gym, has been paying off. Oh, yeet. Always a little bit sketchy hitting the first jump after the start straight. You're hitting it at an angle, and the ruts don't kind of match up with the angle that you're hitting it at. Oh no, didn't mean to jump that far. Not a big F1 enjoyer. I mean, I'll watch it if it's on, but I don't go out of my way to try and find it, if that makes sense. No, it's just... I'm not a big car person anyway, and I just find the sport of F1 to be so much more car dependent than driver dependent. Obviously, you get a few outstanding examples of just really good drivers that can make a few different cars work, but I don't know. It's just not a bit of me. Oh, careful. Get the big sense. Oh my, can you jump this entire thing on these OEMs? That's pretty nuts if you can. You used to just absolutely have to stretch for your life just to go over the triple, never mind the entire quad. Tarsner. Yeah, this ERODE is going to, it is going to ERODE. Statement. Oh, statement of the year. The inside's going to get hella sketch. Probably have to switch to the outside at some point. Tail behind you looks very used. That's outrageous. Not very used at all. Yeah, used to be white. Used to be a white tail. Yeah. Oh! 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 Hold on, dear buddy. One thing that I always find quite difficult about racing tracks like these as well is because everyone likes them and plays them so much, I'm a little bit out of the loop because I just don't have as much experience on them. I know that's weird to say, but it's like when we then go to GP tracks or soupy tracks, that's kind of... Oh, I'm sorry, Lewis, for cutting you off. It's kind of where I thrive, whereas other people absolutely have my number on tracks like this. Inside's so much faster than outside here as well, but I'm just kind of vibing with the fun lines. Oh, why did it kick me like that off the face of the jump? I'm going to get so many seconds cuts. I'm going to have to turn around. Not ideal. Not what you want to be doing mid-race, but I'm not sure what cuts are like on this track. I would have missed out an entire corner, which is no bueno. Don't want to be doing that. Yeet. I thought I'd try and break the cycle of having a really bad sleep routine. I thought I'd try last night. So I went to bed maybe 12:30. Bear in mind, I've been going to bed at maybe like 4 to 6 a.m. usually. Yeah, I went to bed at 12:30. Fell asleep. I wake up. I check my phone to see what the time is. It's 2 a.m. I slept for an hour and a half. So then, of course, I am then wide awake for the next 6 hours, and I fall asleep again at 7 a.m. again, and then wake up again at about 2:30 p.m. So the sleep pattern has not been fixed. I have 114 ping. That's not too bad. That's like standard American kind of ping. I usually have about 90 or so when I join American servers. 40-person gate next. I try my best. Don't know how many simple tracks there are with 40 gates. A lot of them have around 24. So last race we done had 40. I can only do so much. Can't please everyone, I'm afraid. Although we do try. Oh, I will not go over the bars there. No, I don't. Just YouTube at the moment, which is why once I move, I want to kind of like expand out a little bit and do a little bit more with it. Because my mind has not been in the YouTube game recently. Just very focused on moving and getting everything right there, and then once I'm done, I feel like I can relax a little bit more. Oh, God. I could definitely do like a part-time job on the side of doing this as well. I don't see any point in doing it until I've moved, because I'm moving 4 hours away, so whichever job I do get, there's not really much point. But yeah, I don't even know what I'd want to do anymore. Really, really don't. No clue where I'd even want to start. I think YouTube only becomes a full-time thing if you're also streaming all the time, like throughout the day. Because if you want to do anything meaningful and build up a decent sort of streaming platform, you need to be streaming a minimum of 4 hours. And it's like all the time you're streaming, you can't really be recording at the same time. And so once you're done with your streaming, let's say you do stream the bare minimum of 4 hours, and you then go and record and edit and upload a video, that whole process can take another 3 or so hours. So that's taking you up to 7 for the day. Then you're going to kind of hopefully have a little bit of chill time, maybe with the girlfriend or so after they get home from work, have your dinner, maybe go to the gym or something, and then you're kind of done with the day and it's go to sleep and do it all again. So when you see streamers that kind of go for maybe 8+ hours a day, it's actually nuts, and I'm not surprised why they have to hire, video editors and things like that just to actually have the time to do everything. But when you're starting out with that sort of thing, you've not got the financial means to afford to be able to employ people to edit your videos. So yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of it just comes with implementing a routine at the start. And what I want to do, once I've moved and once obviously all the boxes are unpacked and all the rooms are as we want them to be, is I want to set a certain number of days each week to stream, because I won't be having to make long trips every month to visit the girlfriend and be away for ages. And I just kind of want to stream on Twitch doing random stuff throughout the day, and then maybe three times a week in the evenings do the normal MX bike streams, alongside doing all the normal videos as well. Don't want to completely leave it behind. Oh, don't know how much you ride IRL, but I can imagine your YouTube would grow from riding IRL. That's my issue, Curtis. I just don't. I have not touched a bike this year. I've not touched it since whenever my last GoPro video on the channel was, whatever point last year. I also probably won't be able to do it much at all once I've moved, because I don't have a garage or anything to keep a bike in. My bike will be here. I'll be 4 hours away from home at another place. I know that it would help a lot, because yeah, my Instagram reel of me riding by far it's basically like 10 times better interaction than all of the video game stuff, but it's just not a possibility for me at the moment, unfortunately. Bear in mind it's a rental property that we're moving into, so if I was to try and like store the bike in the living room or kitchen or anything like that, you can imagine the mess or damage it might cause, so you do have to be a little bit careful with things like that. How to go pro on the game? 3,000 hours. Lots of time, lots of effort. And that's all I can suggest, really. It does take a long time. Oh, pardon me. If anyone was with me last time I streamed, by the way, we're making progress again. I completed the last challenge, so I've now done this challenge 2 out of 5 times. So we're back onto it again, trying to keep up. We'll increase all that. Start the adventure, let that get ticking away. Got enough health to take out a couple of bosses. Let that do. And one of the only people after Lewis as well to not get any cuts. Lots of people getting cuts there. No worries, Lewis. I'll catch you later, man. GG's. Still got 3 more people still on the lead lap. Just let them cross the line before I put her back into practice again. I'm going to try and look at analytics wise. Where was that video of me riding? Let's go view insights. So it got 84,000 plays, which is nuts. And then compared to some of my other stuff, let's just go to one that I feel like done pretty good. I think this one done okay. View insights compared to 15,000 plays on other ones. And obviously, you don't get paid on Instagram at all, so it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But I suppose it's another tool that can be used to then kind of direct people towards the YouTube, can't it? I think that my Indonesian problem has slowed down. It was still going on yesterday, but it's not happening today. If anyone has no idea what I'm referring to, I'm pretty sure someone bought my TikTok followers and views. Either that, or somehow I've ended up in the weirdest side of TikTok ever. I have a hell of a lot of random, like, Indonesian-looking accounts following me, where it'll be like a single mother, just random Asian woman with, like, for example, just random Asian people following me. But all the comments on the videos are just random emojis, which is how you know they're kind of like botted accounts. Which kind of worries me a little bit, because obviously it's a cool thing if you're getting more followers and more views, but if they end up being followers that don't actually watch videos at all, once they followed, it becomes pointless. And I'm sure it's probably against TikTok terms of service to, like, view bot stuff anyway. So I'm sure the person maybe had good intentions with buying it, or maybe it was malicious. Maybe they bought it because they knew it was against TikTok TOS. I'm just hoping that nothing negative comes out of it. Oh, God. No, I've just got OEMs at the moment, Falcon. The reason being is just the server limit for characters. I can't put OEMs and factory bikes on all at the same time. Not enough space. Tossing her. Oh, we got Steezy there. Oh, I'm surprised some of these are coming back round. This is why I like playing third person when I'm doing just free ridey kind of stuff and just doing big whips, is I like seeing what's happening. That was a very whip. Somehow survived that. Oh, no, no idea how. Hello, mate. You're right, buddy. Practice started already. Yeah, you should still be able to get in. Should still be able to get in. Unless, I mean, to be fair, yeah, there's only 24 spaces on farm, so that might be why. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're already maxed out. It's alright, we'll change tracks after this anyway. No idea what to, but we'll change them. Why has this man been... Oh, maybe he joined with... Did he join recently? Smiley question mark. Spectating. Yeah, maybe he had an old setup on. Oh, that... Yeah, if you get ejected at all, I see quite a few people getting ejected here. If you have an old setup on the track that's defaulted, that the game no longer supports, it will automatically kick you, which I can't do anything about. It kicked me when I first started the server, so I had to delete the setup, close the server, reopen it, and join again. Once I close the server and reopen it on another track, you'll be fine after that. But it just means you can't get in this lobby, unfortunately. I messaged Pavoso a while back saying that if there's setups that the game doesn't allow, can the game just delete the setups rather than letting us join lobbies and then kicking us for it without a chance to change anything? He said yes. I don't know how high on the to-do list that is, but yeah, I asked at least. Because it annoys me from... Why people... What are you saying, Linz? What's going on? Because it annoys me from a hosting standpoint when that happens, because it kind of kills the flow. Kills the flow. Yeah, you're most definitely not on FXR, sir. Why are you wearing FXR helmets? Ding, 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 ding. Love to hear the Suzuki 250s. Big respect. Ding, 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 ding. Getting banned for spamming the join button. I don't think that's a thing. I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist. If he was sat in the lobby during the last race, what do we mean? Where are we going with this? If he sat in a lobby, like if he joined as spectator, then he's never had to select a setup at all. So it's then once you press from spectator and then go to track, once it's gone back to practice, then it will automatically select that setup for you, and that's when it will kick you. Unless you just mean that he joined and he's just sat in the lobby not playing, but I can't do anything about that. How deep are we going? I mean, we went pretty damn deep. We was very deep at Paris. I don't think Farm's not getting quite as deep, but I turned it down from... It was on 3 ERODE, it's now on 2. And we went from like 36-ish players down to 24. So we're getting pretty deep. Still doing it dry as well. No lube required. No moisture. We do have a nice, comfortable lead right now on lap 1, which you love to see. All the way down, taking the whole thing down to the base. If we were in Photoshop right now, we'd be down to the black bit. Yeah, probably the same thing. Probably the same thing, Mike. You've probably got a setup that the game doesn't like anymore. So you just have to delete that setup and then you should be okay. Again, I promise. Nothing. Oh, no setups. Not sure about that one then. I can promise, boys, I have not banned anybody today. You know me, I'm quite vocal with the ban hammer. I like getting rid of people when they've been naughty, but I have not done that today for anybody. Everyone's hazards in it. Everyone's entitled to go their own speed. The lobbies are open for all skill ranges. Your job as a better rider is to just avoid them. I'm sure nobody's doing anything intentional. So we all started at some point. Oh, Falcon. Thank you very much, sir. How's the beach race coming along, by the way, Falcon? I've not heard much on it. Have you had a little pause?
In it.
It is Tuesday, isn't it? That is very true. You spelled it correctly. Oh, you missed the S out. It's not Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Tuesday, innit, Rev? Are you stupid, fam? Get a bottle of water. Ah, well, again, you gotta just expect the unexpected. You gotta have a little look behind. That's why I look behind so much, going into corners when there's people around me. Because if I see them going a little bit too fast, I'll just stand the bike up and let them go flying past. Pretend every corner is the start on a supercross track, and then you should be okay. I'd say the tracks are eroding quite nicely right now. Not too shabby at all. Stupid. YouTube. I always find it interesting how... Oh, that's good. Never mind. You are forgiven, sir. Thank you very much again. I always find it interesting how different languages have developed. Like...
Sorry.
I know obviously there's different people in different parts of the world at any given part of time. Surely they've all originated somewhere. No, when you have all of these like uncontacted tribes and stuff, they've still come from the same people that maybe you live in Spain, or if you live in Africa or the UK, for example, you've all come from the same original person. So how have different languages formed in the first place? You don't just get random people spawning in on different parts of the world. Like, it's not like where are we dropping? I just find it very, very odd. Very surprised that there's not just one language. First major mistake of the race, not too bad. Same as I think time zones are stupid. I think everyone should be on the same time. So if it's what's time? So if it's 9 for me right now and it's dark, then it's also 9 in America, but it's bright. So you just have different days. So I'd work from 9 to 5 when it's light, and America would work from like 3 to 12 while it's light, their time, or in their part of the world. So it's not like you'd then be working at night time. You'd still be working during the day. It's just you all use the same time, so you can all coordinate easily as well. Yeah, we're doing all the tracks are free. Nothing's paid for. Although I am very quickly throwing this lead away that I had. I had a nice 10-11 seconds. It's now down to Uno. But to be fair, whenever if I ever win a farm race, I'm usually more surprised than not. But then, no, you've completely misunderstood why I said that. So regardless, we all have the same time, you just work at different times. So whenever it's daylight for you, if your daylight is at 3 AM, my daylight is at 7 AM, that's when we start work. But you're all using the same time. So if anyone says, hey, by the way, we've all got a race at 8 PM, it's 8 PM for everybody. You've not got to go and do any conversions at all. But it's just my 8 PM will be dark, your 8 PM might be bright still, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, password's above my head if you want to join. However, hold off on that thought because we will be closing and reopening the server once this race is done. Because this is the last race we're doing on this track. Arsener! Oh, Trev's making mistakes. Oh, yeet. Gonna go inside of the inside of the inside. Love that. Arsener again. It's getting very cut out. Oh, don't go over the bars, please. 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 Live. Yeah, oh, it's last lap. I didn't even know it was last lap. Race has flown by. Also, the road's nowhere near as bad on sections of the track where people were just accelerating the whole time. It's when you get the throttle blippers that's when it gets a little bit sketchy. You're going to make a video on Exhibit's new track. Someone was asking me this the other day as well, and I looked on tracks on mods, and I don't see any tracks from Exhibit at all. So I'm not sure. I might just be blind. Let me scroll again. So Cool Whip, Westerfield, Quantain, YouTube, OT, Bronda, Totes My Goats, Mouse, Hunt Dog, Slippery Film, Steezy MX, Goober Mill, Whisked Up Designs, Typical Canadian, Devo Procworks, Bake Minotaurs, Billy Bob. Go next. Next page. And there's nothing on shop because I checked shop today as well. Stiz, Blue, Stiz, Fluke, Brennan, Paboso, Insane, Kevin Fuela, Callum Designs, Chance, Consuming Clouds, Rookie Mike, Jake, Steezy. Unless it's something that he's linked in a video or whatever, I don't watch MX bikes on YouTube. I play it enough as it is. It's not an exhibit track. It's sponsored by Exhibit. EXC Facility on the shop. EXC Facility. When did it go up? I looked this morning. It's been updated since this morning, that's why. Oh, it's a Kells track, it's not an exhibit track, okay. It's in the same way that the Reaper Dog tracks are King MX tracks instead of Reaper Dog tracks. But it says by exhibit, even though it's Kells. I'll just say thank you for Kells for working with me on creating this. Easy if new players are changing enough for more advanced players. I think Kells did an amazing job. Okay, so it's got the exhibit name, the same as Reaper's tracks have Reaper's name to hopefully sell the track a little bit more. That makes sense. Okay. I get it. Oh god, I don't know now, because I've already got a video ready for tomorrow, and I probably won't have time after streaming. Maybe I'll do a video on it for the day after. We shall see. We shall see. Right, what track are we doing next, boys? I was thinking we could do. Oh, actually, no, it's a terrible idea. We could do the newer Paletta. I don't think I've got it in my game. The reason I say that is because the Paletta V2 track, it doesn't erode well at all. Like, the erode is there, but you really can't see it. I do have Paletta 2020, whereas this Paletta, the erode shows up quite dark, so it'd be a lot more rideable. Let me see. It's not even on MXB Mods anymore, is it? I think it's just on the forums. Oh no, it is on MXB Mods. Love that. Hello, King. I have no desire to do higher road on Mouse Motor Park. The track's rough enough as is. I don't think that would be that fun of an experience, I'm afraid. I also don't know how many spaces there are on Paletta V2. I have a Paletta 2020. I have a feeling that it's like 24 again. So I'm going to limit it to 24 so nobody gets done dirty. I'm going to leave it at point to erode like we have been having it on. What do I want to do? Multiplayer, world. I don't know why it was sat on local. Deep. Done. Something about that just isn't right. Like, it's not his track. He doesn't know how to make tracks. He shouldn't get the credit. Most people don't even know it's a Kells track. Yeah, I mean, if Kells is happy to do it that way, I think it's okay. I'm guessing they're splitting the money a certain. Oh, I hate the game with a passion. I've got to take the server down again because, again, we've got a setup on here that's very, very old that I can't use, and I've been ejected from my own server because the game is a massive L. So bear with me, taking it down and putting it up again. I see where you're coming from, Falcon. I mean, if Kells is happy with it, then it is what it is. I'm guessing these track creators are happy having the content creators' names on them. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't do it in the first place. They'd just release their own thing. I'm guessing it probably just helps the sales quite a lot by having someone else's name on them. I should probably do it. I messaged Hell Machine a couple of days ago, seeing if he wanted to do anything similar to that with me. He said that he's literally just about to start making the 2024 AMA outdoors tracks alongside Reaper. Alongside Reaper. Alongside JV. Thank you, Panda. Alright, copy. I want to use... I'll just use a Supercross setup, why not? It's fine. It's fine. I feel like most people don't even know that there's... Go. Up. 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 Yeah, I feel like most people don't even know there's Supercross tracks on this player, but they're very fun. Very, very fun. These are some of the Supercross tracks I learned the game on, basically, or learned Supercross on. Jesus. I'll try and get it back in the memory. Thank you, Panda. You feeling it today? You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you barking?
I'm feeling it today.
Big barking guy. I appreciate you. Feel me. Feel me all you like. To re-download bikes or not? Ah, no, keep it off. Your mental health will thank you. Promise. Not worth it. Not worth the comeback. Very easy whip section. Got a little triple in. Yeah. Quad god? No, definitely triple, and then maybe a quad out at the end. Yeah, I mean, it says in the description of it, it says like he worked with Kells. Oh, Jesus. Yeet. Might reach out to Stone Rider or something, see if he can make like a... You know how on MX Simulator where you've got JGMX's super long Supercross, I think it's called, where it's just a excessively long Supercross track, just with a bunch of rhythms. Might reach out to Stoney, see if he wants to collab on something like that. It's like the tracks I'd want to be seen in the game, unfortunately, I don't think are popular with the masses because they're a little bit more difficult. Whereas the ones where like Reaper collabs, and I haven't played Exhibits 1 yet to be fair, so I can't comment. They're a lot more straightforward, a lot better for the casual player. I appreciate that, Smiles. Love the compliments. Boosting my egos, boys. Keep them coming. Keep saying nice things about me. Favourite track of all time? The track that I could probably spend the most time playing over and over again is probably Krakenberg, to be honest. Whether you want to consider that a track or not, I'm not 100% sure, since it's more enduro-based, but it's got a start and a finish and checkpoints in between, so I feel like it should be able to be considered. Need to remember them white boughs are like cement blocks. They are very, very heavy collisions. We're going to need to give the stash a little bit of attention at some point as well. Starting to get a little bit too long. Don't let my girlfriend hear me say that. She'll punch me. She'll beat me up. She likes the long stash. Bonk. Got 24. Just one sinking in. No, two sinking in. We'll wait for them. Let that sink in, as the cool kids say. And sing a song that'd be just stars. And I sung 'em all to another heart. I'm trying to see if that was actually Celium that was sitting in my chat earlier, or if it was an imposter, because obviously I get a lot of Lynn's imposters these days. I'm just really curious, because that's just such a weird crossover of people. But I can't view it on my PC, if that makes sense, because every time I click on people's names... how do I do this? Oh, I can't even go back far enough to when he commented. Yeah, anytime I click on people's names, I get like the option to like make them mods and stuff. I can't just go to their page. It was so far back on like on my phone now, I can't click on it anymore. Like I think I can go back on here. Oh no, I can't even scroll back all the way here now either. Oh well. Hello, Sketty, you alright, buddy? I've kind of removed it now, to be fair, because I don't know. I felt a bit weird about displaying donations and stuff all the time on screen. In terms of like one-off donations, I think you are tied with a couple of people. But overall, there is a chance. There is a very, very big chance. We've done so many donation streams at this point; it's nuts. But where have you been? Talk to me. What's life been like? The fact that you and Smarties are in here at the same time is so funny. Actually, did I? Hang on, did I delete it or not? Let me have a look. I showed this on stream the other day. Hang on. You'll know exactly what I'm going to show you. I accidentally loaded up DaVinci Resolve, so my PC is probably going to poo itself because DaVinci is a very... What is this? Is this Minecraft? What's happened to the Minecraft launcher? Why is there an armadillo on my screen? I want to close this. Now let's go play. Play. Yeah, see, Smarties knows what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know who Sketty is, he's a very generous OG. He bought a house. No, that makes sense. I'm in the process of, well, as you can see from, I'm in the process of organising everything that I own and putting it into boxes and getting prepared to move out as well. I'm moving at the start of next month. Yeah, but look, for those of you that, no, we're not playing Minecraft. I'm just showing you something real quick. Show how much of an OG Sketty is. Did I? What did I? Oh, here you go. There you go. There's the man's name right there. He's still living on in my Minecraft world as well as Smarties as well. Obviously, I've not played this. I've not played Minecraft in a very, very long time, but that's for the future. Right now, we're playing some Paletta and we're doing some parking. I haven't had that 2 weeks like Minecraft itch just yet, boys. You have to give me a little bit lower. In the process of yeah, it's a working process. Like can't do it in like one day. It takes a little bit of time. Oh my ping! Who is this next to me? Proxy. I think he's using a proxy server. Jesus Christ, it's lagging hard. I hated Minecraft on consoles. I hated how limited it was. I'm so happy like it's just infinite on PC. That would be ooh. Actually, so when I move out, I've got my old PC somewhere in the attic. I'm going to take both of them with me, and I'll get the lady hooked up to them as well, so we can grind a Minecraft world. That'd be quite cute, wouldn't it? That'd be fairly romantic. God, who hasn't come to the gate, boys? I also don't like how I'm all the way out here because that first corner, a lot more. It's deceptively tight. That's what she said. Nah, no chance. I'm not doing it. Checking up. I don't want none of that. Apparently, I got some of that. Just got to go in a straight line, boys. You haven't got to turn until you get to the corner. You ain't got to swerve left and right. You just go in a straight line. Just right trigger. One simple button. It's going to be fun. Actually, wasn't too bad. Yeah, the white bales are our enemies right now. Let's cut down under Mr. KTM. Oh, and bike magnet. We should still be able to get over this triple no problem now. It used to be difficult in the past, but now obviously we've got the big powerful OEM bikes. Just gonna follow my boy Brett Mark all the way around here, or Brett Mac, sorry, mispronunciation. Just gonna follow him nice and smooth. Both making the same mistakes. Sir, this is my rut. Threading the needle. Bonk. Oh, yeet. Stretch that bad boy. Oh my goodness. He's dead. We're all taking some interesting lines so far. Very interesting indeed. Float up and over. Skirt to the outside. Oh. Yes, a lot of objects on this track are collidable, boys. Minecraft with shaders is sexy? Yeah, I 100% agree. When I loaded into that world just now, I'm not sure if it translates over well on YouTube, but... Shelly, why are you cutting the track? I hate people that just cut the track for the sake of it. Like, very, very tempted just to pull over and kick him. It's so frustrating. Like, it is virtual dirt scooters. It doesn't mean enough to have to be cutting the track to get in front of people. Ah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, when I loaded up Minecraft just now, it was very, very framey for me. Oh, just went over the corner. You play bikes with a wheel. I've always been curious as to how it would handle on a wheel. I also had like a little Terraria phase when I was younger, but I've not ventured back into it yet. I feel like there's a lot to learn on Terraria compared to Minecraft. Yeah, the Alpha Mod Super Minis, they're ripped. I don't know which one of the AAA games they came from, but not all of them are. I think it's the KTMs that are, and some of the others they made themselves, but yeah, that's why they're not really supported by many people, is because they're just stolen from other games, basically. No, I don't like sitting down and being taught things, though. I'd rather learn it on my own time. I thought of, like, for second channel stuff as well, was even doing stuff like, you know, the 100 days Minecraft things with different mods, and because I could quite easily do that sort of content over a period of time. But my issue is I know the Minecraft community is a very, very toxic community. If you're not 120% politically correct all the time, and if you get anything wrong, they will be on you and roasting you and try and cancel you as soon as they can. So me not knowing everything there is to know about Minecraft in every single update is not a great thing, unfortunately. Which is kind of what scares me off of doing stuff like that. I'm 100% getting cut to the end of this lap because I have been off the track quite a few times. Nah, not imposter today. Oh, bike's not moving forwards, I'm just bouncing off of these damn bumps. I say I'm not afraid to admit. I don't know if ReaperDoc wants me spilling all of his personal details, but I think both of us are in the same boat at the moment, where it does seem, at least from a viewing perspective or how well videos do on YouTube-wise, the game is falling off quite heavily. I think the only person that's kind of thriving at the moment is Troy. And I think the biggest reason Troy's thriving is because he does so well on TikTok, where it drives a lot of traffic over to the YouTube as well. But yeah, for me and Reaper, we've been down horrendous for quite a few months now. So it does get a little bit stressful sometimes, especially when you are dependent on it, but that is just probably one of the main reasons as to why once I've moved out as well, I'll probably just get a part-time job on the side, just to keep trying to do both as much as I can, because I don't want to just give up the YouTube thing. It's only been a couple of years. I'll try and keep it going. A lot of the time you have to kind of weigh up what is time versus, I guess, compensation for the time. So if you spend hours and hours and hours each day trying to make videos for other games that on other channels that then don't do anywhere near as well, it almost feels like wasted time. So it is a toughie. It is a toughie. Oh my goodness. That's going to give me some big old cuts. Yeah, a bunch of people have said that my videos aren't being recommended to them anymore, and I just don't know. I don't know why. I've not had any messages saying I'm shadow banned or anything. Like the YouTube tags that I use are the same since they've been on literally day one of uploading on the channel. So I guess I'm just not in YouTube's good books at the moment, unfortunately. You only found me because of Troy. See, that is a wild full circle, because I'm pretty sure Troy only found the game because of me. Like Reaper, I started playing the game because of me. So it's interesting how things go full circle. It's like the youngsters have taken over. The old boys were falling behind, falling into the dirt. Into the memory books. Yeah, you do run out of things to do eventually, unfortunately. It's just, you then end up reliant on what tracks are coming out at the time. There's only so many content ideas. Unfortunately, with the way the game works with servers and like scripting and stuff, you're very limited on multiplayer ideas. Yeah, it just is what it is. Unfortunately, the issue that I have as well is I know, just based on other creators on any platform, on any game or whatever it is that they do, if you are a creator and you take a little bit of a break, so if you have like even just a week off, people tend to not return back. Obviously, you always get the dedicated fans that will come back no matter how long you take or what you do. But I think I remember Moist Critical talking about this, where he had like a couple of days off and his subs literally like dropped in half, for example, and it takes such a long time to then build that back up. So content creation, whilst it is a very easy job in the sense that you kind of work for yourself and you can do it whenever you want, the stress then comes on the monotony of it sometimes, and always trying to then better yourself and thinking of what you want to do next. So with my sticks and my turning, the best way I can explain it is I find it, so if I'm just using my left stick, I find it very difficult just to turn left and right. And so if you want a half turn, so you're not all the way against it, if you're half turning, I find it very hard to like balance it in the middle. Whereas like this doesn't do anything for me forwards and back, it's only left and right. Whereas if I put it on like the stops, so you'll see if I pull it like so it's all the way up, all the way down, and then I rotate it left and right, it helps me just kind of get a smoother turn. So this doesn't do anything, it's purely for comfortability. Whereas I find it quite hard balancing like my stick in the middle. It's either like all or nothing to the sides. So I do it down or up and then just slowly rotate it against the, I guess, the stop on the controller. No, I'm not streaming on TikTok at the moment. I'm kind of given up on TikTok. It's pretty awful, to be fair. You'll get like 5 people at once, and it takes up a lot more internet doing both at the same time. Yeah, I can explain again. So, what's the way? I find it very difficult on my controller. If I'm just, can I make my screen bigger? Let me make this bigger and then I'll put it back afterwards. Right, one. So, if I'm turning left or right, I find it very difficult. If I only want a half turn, I find it very difficult to just balance the stick there. It's either all or nothing for me. I find it very hard to do that slowly. So what I do is if I have it all the way up or all the way down, and then you can use the controller itself to then smoothly turn left and right. I find turning like this much smoother than turning like this, if that makes sense. It's probably quite hard to word. So that's why when you see me playing, if I'm turning left, I'll be like diagonally left because I don't want a full turn. I only want a half turn. But I find holding the stick in there, where you see on my controller overlay at the bottom, much easier than holding it like there. I find that much easier. And if I want to turn more, I can just rotate it up. If I want to turn less, I can kind of rotate it down a bit. I find you get much better smoothness doing it this way than this way. Yeah, that's the only thing I've got. Yeah, it's just a standard PS4 controller. Don't need anything fancy. I play claw, so when I play the game, I play with my finger hooked over, so I can ride a lean, sit down, change gear, accelerate, brake, all at the same time. Now we'll do that track once more. I do two races per track. I put it on practice, and we'll do it again. That didn't seem to erode too deeply. I think that was actually alright. I think I've abused my hands now to the point where it doesn't cramp too much anymore. The only time I ever feel it is maybe at the end of an outdoors moto, but for the most part it's alright. Right, which way does this track go? I want to say it's this way. Double. Double. The next MXGP round isn't for another month. We're taking a big old break for some reason. And then tyres on the 450, I run 80 on the front and 120 on the rear. I always run 120 in Supercross, no matter what. I was kind of messing around with 110 in outdoors, but I've heard that most of the fast boys just run 120, so I'm just going to stick with that. For a 250, 110 maybe in Soupy, maybe even 100. Just depends how good you are with traction control. If you run a 120 when you're on the 250 bikes, then the bike feels quite sluggish and heavy, and it will limit your speed a lot more. Track building tutorials have done well. You know what? Genuinely don't know. Obviously, they were awful when they first released, but I know they're the kind of video that people keep going back to. So, let's have a look. I wouldn't say they was astronomical. Let's do track building tutorial. 3K, 2K, 1K, 1K, 600, 600. So no, actually, I think they've done pretty awful, all things considered. I would say, based on experience, in order for you to... Comfortably is not the right word. If you wanted to live month to month and pay your bills and maybe go out for a meal a couple of times throughout the month, maybe once a week, you want to be averaging around maybe out 8,000 per video per day. So then with your like residual views over the rest of your videos throughout that you've ever uploaded, you're probably hitting around 30,000, 20 to 30,000 views a day across the entire channel. That's kind of how many views you want to be getting. Obviously, it's a rough estimate because every YouTuber has different like revenue rates depending on the type of content they make, etc. And length of videos also applies. But if you want to be getting about 20 to 30k channel views a day, then you can kind of do YouTube as like a full-time job, so to speak. Whereas recently, that's not been anywhere near that. It's been maybe like 4,000 to 5,000 on a video. So it's kind of leaving you a little bit under. So it's like I could survive. Let's say I wasn't living with parents still at the moment, like I've already moved out. If I'm still doing these numbers in another couple months' time, it's probably time for me to reevaluate and maybe start doing something extra as well, because it will just be a case where I'm paying bills and that's it. I can't do anything else. And I don't want to live like that. I quite enjoy having a nice, comfortable life. So if I need to go and do a little job on the side, I will happily do so. Or if I just try and put a bit more effort into maybe streaming stuff as well as playing MX bikes and YouTubing MX bikes, then we can try and do that as well. Obviously, I don't want to go too in detail about numbers and stuff. That's quite a personal thing. I don't think there are that many people that like sharing their salary unless they're bragging about it. I mean, some people like sharing it if they earn a very large amount, but that is not me. I earn less now than I did 2 years ago while doing YouTube, to put it into perspective. Which is weird, considering the channel's grown so much, but the views do not show. Views are much more important than subscribers, unfortunately. The subscribers kind of give people the incentive to keep watching more, because hopefully they get suggested to them, but it is more views over subscribers a lot of the time. Right. We have got ISO Bad sinking in here, and then we'll get race number 2 going. I'll become a channel member if you give an NGU idle update. What are we looking like? Oh, I needed to... Hang on, let me cap the last set of training. So I completed... Where do I go? Rebirth. I completed this basic challenge the second time. I'm now doing it for the 3rd time, so I'm just working my way back through the bosses again. And I'm probably going to do it all 5 times before I start grinding again. I think the highest boss I've got to the moment is like 61-ish. I need to rebirth. Let me rebirth, and we'll go again. Cap. Wait, did I do that? Yeah, I did. And then we'll fight a bunch. Brrr. And then I'll just let it kind of tick the score over again for a while. Whilst we get a race going. Thank you very much, Breezy. Or Mr. Breezy. Music reactions. I just don't know if I'm cultured enough on it all, to be fair, because one of my biggest dislikes when I'm watching YouTube videos is when I know more than the person I'm watching and I see them get things wrong. It annoys me for some reason. I like watching videos where I learn something. So if I'm doing stuff in a subject that I don't know too much about, I always feel stupid, and I feel like other people will get angry at me being stupid. Thank you very much, Hydrate. So yeah, that's why it's a little bit scared to do things like that. At least when I'm playing MX bikes, like I know 99% of things there is to know about bikes. I've played it to death. I know how to go fast on it. I know how to help people improve, and that's why it kind of does all right. Right, see if we can get a little bit of a better jump than last time. Oh, this is going to go horrifically wrong for me. Waiting to get punted. I survived. See, if I would have tried turning in any earlier there before waiting for everyone to straight line their way off the track, that would have been me off into the stadium. There's no stadium, you know, off into the imaginary fans. Okay. Oh, I've just cross-jumped him so bad. It's fine. Yeah, plenty of room. Yeet. Hello, Keegan. Oh my goodness. People are racy today. My inside. Nice inside line from young Breezy though. Don't see many people doing that. Oh! Ah, the ruts on this game. Ah! Now I'm going to miss a timing gate by missing the takeoff of this jump. So it'd be nice if I could just like pop out of that rut a little bit early rather than it kind of making me go upside down, which is what makes you crash. I'm not too bad, thank you. Just thought I'd inflict pain and suffering on myself today by doing some difficult ERODE. Basically just trying to get used to the Husky when the track's absolutely boofed, because I've been pretty good for the first half of outdoor races, or even Supercross races as well, to be fair, at the moment. And then as soon as they start getting a bit worn out, hit the big old choke button. Over dibba. Go back to taking my old lines. Little transfer over there. Cut back. Lovely, that was quick. Well done, Ols. Very, very good stuff. You love to hear it. We enjoy the 250 TM. It is a good stallion. Good bike. Especially on Supercross tracks. Outdoors, maybe not so much. Suspension's not great, but on a nice smooth track, lovely stuff. Hoping that young Breezy might make a few mistakes and let me get closer. Otherwise, I might have a little bit of a lonely P2 this race. I'm going to try the inside one more time. If I blow over it again, I don't like it at all. I'm going to go outside from now on. It's actually so funny that we can scrub up that uphill triple now. It used to be a point where you'd have to stretch it out. And it'd almost be impossible on a 250 back in like beta 16-ish era. And now it's light work. Very, very easy. Up! Up! Turboso, please. I just want to ride my bike around the track. I don't want to be doing a little discotheque on the spot. I really don't enjoy doing that. I don't like when it happens. I just want the bike to go in the direction that the bike is facing. That would make me very happy, you know? I don't really want to be sitting there bouncing up and down on the spot. No, nobody wants to do that. Nobody intends for that to happen. I know that you don't intend for that to happen, but it's been a bit of a bug that's been in the game for a while now. So if you could, you know, get around to fixing it at some point, maybe, I'd be really, really appreciative, and I'm sure everybody else would as well. Thank you for coming to my my TED Talk. I don't know which one of you freaks actually enjoys listening to ASMR whilst you go to sleep, but you know, if this gets you wonking your willy, then by all means, knock yourselves out. Maybe I'll make an OnlyFans at some point. We'll get the feet out on display, get the grippers out for everybody. Some nice hairy toes for your enjoyment. Thank you very much. May or may not have yeeted a few kiddos. Oh, it's Arena Cross, it's fine. That's part of the Arena Cross experience. If you ain't punting, you're getting punted. Willy is wonked. Love to hear it. If you're not wonking your willy right now, then don't even know what you're doing. Why else would you want to watch a Lynn stream? I took my hat off today and everything for you boys. Fully exposed myself. Yo, yeet. Just wet. That is the only word I need to hear. Big old step down. I think I keep like slightly catching up to Breezy, but then just keep making mistakes. I've got so many cuts. That is not a 19-second gap between me and him right now. But the game has punished me for my mistakes. Rather than be like, don't worry, Babby. We know you crashed, and you lost lots of time from crashing already. We will not penalise you even further. No jokes. We try a cheeky little inside. Lovely stuff. Not too shabby at all. No cuts that lap. Love to see it. 17 seconds to gain in one lap. Not sure how doable that is. I won't lie. I have my moments every now and then where I play okay, but 17 seconds in a lap, maybe not the easiest thing to do in the world. Unless Breezy is listening to me right now and he wants to hit the big old big choke button. Mustache riding sim. Literally my girlfriend. I mean, what? Anyway, yeah, this track's getting quite rough. I like it though. It's definitely not a track that gets played enough. I used to have like FPS issues with it for some reason on my old PC, but this one seems to be a little bit of a trooper. Oh! Oh! I saw it! We crashed in our own unique ways, but we both found each other. Yeet. Whoa, whoa, no. None of that Swedish slander around these parts, Lias. Mr. Dahlström. We're not swearing in any languages around here. Bonk. Told you it'd be a lonely P2. It's just how it goes. Oh! I was thinking about playing music in today's stream, but I just don't want to get copyrighted, is the annoying thing. And there's not much actually good non-copyrighted music, it just doesn't exist. I think I played all of my Monster Cat music to death at this point. I was looking at, because I've been listening to a bunch of Khan again recently, most of his music isn't copyrighted. So I'd probably have to go through and make a playlist, but then some of his music is copyrighted, like the ones that are on Spotify are copyrighted. So I'd probably have to, yeah, go through and I guess kind of vet everything. Because I thought a lot of Jake Hill's music wasn't copyrighted as well, because I used to have one as like my outro song. Then it turned out that it actually indeed is. So yeah, a few of them got copyrighted, which kind of sucks. That's a bit louder than I thought. Don't want that. I think this used to be. Is this my outro now? Hang on. We'll play. If this is my outro now, it's okay because these ones don't get copyrighted. Yeah, it is. We'll play this in the background for a second. Unfortunately, it says the bad N-word, which, as a Caucasian male, I am not allowed to say. What track do you want to do next, boys? What are we thinking? What are we feeling? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm sacrificing my time. I feel fine. I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain. Not big Paletta V2 fan with Deep ERODE. You just can't see it. Manicu? I've never heard of Manicu in my life. Practice track. You know what? That is the most stupid idea I've heard all day, but it's just stupid enough to where I actually want to do it. Have I ever hosted a race on Practice Track? Can we race Practice Track on Diddy servers? We can. It's just called Practice. 4 laps, 24 gates, 2 ERODE. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going to turn autoplay off so it doesn't go to the next one and get... I don't actually know if it lets me autoplay. Oh no, it might go to the next one and get me banned. Who knows? Oh god, hang on, did I press start server? I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine. I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain. ERODE's harder than I thought it'd be. Yeah, it's a bit on the extreme end, to be fair. Like, I'm running on 2 at the moment, so it's not crazy, but it's just enough to where the tracks get a little bit boofed. I feel like the music's probably a little bit loud in comparison to me. And I just want to do a lot of drugs. Right. Get the soupy set up on. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, she's slippery. Just showing you that I'm not actually pressing anything right now and the game's just doing its own thing. Well, we're playing Tokyo Drift in the pits. Like, what's going on? God, why is it the track feels so small? The track turns left. Honestly, I can't complain. Grain of some salt, I can still move a mountain and do what I want. I'm sure there's probably so many cuts and scumbaggy low lines around this track. To the inside! Oh, missed. Tell them to leave the pit. That's not how pit lane being full works, RW3. I can understand why you might think that, but that's just not how it works. That means that any space that is available on the track has now been taken. So whether they're sat in the pits or out on the track, it will still say pit lane full. So there's only room for 20 on here rather than 24. I see. Annoying thing with Khan is he uses a lot of samples from other artists, and it's the other artists that end up copyrighting you rather than him. So this will probably get copyrighted as well. Stop saying the N-word, Khan. I can't repeat it. I can't sing it. That's the no-no word for the white boy. should do Washington. I've never heard of Washington. You mean Washington, sir? Get the tongs out, boys. We're off to Washington. Right. Couldn't tell you, you noticing, noticing a little theme here. I think the AJP boys have come back to the stream again. Be nice. Don't take people out. Yeah, last time I played this track, generally couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's soil or soft soil. The pits are extremely slippery, so it felt like soil, but I don't know if that translates over to the rest of the track. We shall see. I cannot help but nobody responding. My emotion going. There's no surprise that I do actually. Actually, we can prove a point here. There you go. Hang on. You can see them all right here. These are the bomb squad. I just saw the picture that was on there. It's just a black man eating chicken. That's outrageous. I'm sorry whoever I've just exposed for posting semi-racial content. But they weren't naked, so it's fine. My YouTube's not going to get taken down. Oh, Breeze has gone in deep. I don't think I've ever done a... I must have done a start at some point. I couldn't remember where the start straight went. I'm pretty sure that's a bit of the track that doesn't get used any other time. Hello, Luke. I apologise if you've been getting taken out in these servers. It's just where the ping's so high, you end up going invisible. It's always going to be known as washing tong, yes. Got to keep your tongs clean, you know? Got to wash them. I don't know if this is going to autoplay to the next song, but I kind of went backwards once, so it's probably like the first song again. It's alright, if I'm getting copyrighted, I'm getting copyrighted. Just means I lose the ad revenue. Channel won't get taken down. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Do 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 do. That practice track kind of slaps. The rhythms and jumps and stuff are nice, it's just... yeah, the corners are a little bit too wide open. Oh, you could so just step up and over that table, I reckon. Get on the binders, on the brakes. I don't know if I've ever heard this song by him. What is this? Where's this background from? I've heard this somewhere. Chat Nah, I've never been to New Zealand. Very, very long trip for me, that. Stop saying the M-word, Colin. I can't sing along. I'm gonna start saying neighbours whenever he says the N-word. Like my neighbour. My Nigel. My ninja. That's pretty... I mean, that's close. That sounds similar. None of us... Wait, whoa. Jen, that's a double negative going on here. Hang on. None of us ain't in the race. So you're all in the race, or none of you are in the race? Which one do you mean? Oh! No new haircut. Just took the hat off. It's not going to let me back on the track, is it? Ah, why did they do this? Well, I'm kind of screwed, boys. I can't actually get back on the track. Get out of my way, you absolute gremlin child. Alright, we're just going to chill here. I'm going to see if the race. This is the MX Bikes experience, I'm afraid. That's just going to hard reset. There we go. So I'm a little bit behind, just a little bit. Oh. No, I can send this. Ah! Clean. Oh, let's get over that triple as well. 2 laps in third? I can do, but it won't be pretty. And there's not too many big jumps to hit the old whippertails off around here, unfortunately. I do like just the little bum whips that you do in third person. Also, the ERODE is the same on this as it has been on all the others, and you can see how just little it's forming in comparison to other tracks. Hello, Air, you're up. Oh my god. I've only been going for 2 hours. I feel like I've been going for ages. I don't know, how is it so easy to go out of the pits or out of the track, but trying to get back in is near impossible. Okay. Can't do a wheelie because the off track, so track not clear. Now it's clear. Brother, I get it. You want your stream time, but you're just annoying. So get out my screen. Unfortunately, you will ruin it for you and your friends if you keep treading around me, because I will just eject all 3. Just got back from training. Who's ready? My brain's kind of shut off right now. Oh! Front end, please. Hello, Tyler. You just hit shoulders is a good day, to be fair. Couldn't tell you last time I've done shoulders since I don't have a left shoulder. I need to start, I need to do like some mobility exercises on it, and then start adding some weight on it slowly. Because I just don't want to go on it I don't want to do too much weight on it too soon and then just make it worse. And I went and saw the doctor and told him what it felt like, and he agreed it's probably just like torn ligaments, but not really anything they can do about it. You just have to sit and wait for ages. But it's been months at this point. The track is called Feels by Khan, which is K-A-A-N. It was at the gym. Yeah, it was at the gym that I messed up. I kind of got a bit of a, I don't know, like a bit of a point to prove, I guess, once I've moved out, because my parents are of the opinion that I'm just going to absolutely balloon into a whale once I move out, because I'm going to be eating bad all the time. So I kind of feel like a little bit motivated to prove I'm wrong. And my front end is not liking braking for these corners. Oh, it's definitely soil as well. I don't think it's a soft soil track. Very slick. Well, I don't know. Some bits that feel grippier than others. Maybe it's a mixture. Maybe some bits are soft, some bits are normal. Fat shaming's the best pre-workout. I'm all for fat shaming. Bring back bullion. It does. It works wonders on people. If you don't want to get fat shamed, just don't be fat. I think a lot of people make too many excuses for it when they bring up health conditions and stuff, and it's like that is probably 0.01% of people that are overweight have it because of health issues. The rest is just excuses. It's like whichever way you want to spin it, no matter how fast or slow your metabolism is, it is a simple calories in, calories out at the end of the day. So if you're burning more than you're consuming, you will lose weight over a period of time. It is scientifically impossible for that to not be the case. Bullying's just character building. Yeah, we need to bring back like the old like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, the old like Modern Warfare 2 days, for example, and Xbox parties or PlayStation parties. That's when bullying was in its prime. Unfortunately, everybody doesn't matter like what you are, what you want to be. Everyone kind of gets free pass these days. So you're allowed to get offended at everything. Yeah, I'm the same. I admit it, I'm just lazy. Not a big fan of this one. What's the next one? Loyalty, don't know. Is there any others that I can just skip to? Oh, this is a good one. Wait, is this the one that's... I think this one's okay. I just know that it uses some samples from artists that will get me copyrighted. Yeah, that's true. It's hard. Well, I wouldn't say it's hard unless you make like major mistakes, but if you try making content or being an online personality, everything that you say or do gets scrutinized quite heavily. So if you try kind of show who you are from the outset, then people know what to expect. If you try and pretend to be something you're not and build up a certain following because of it, and then you show your true characteristics, that's kind of when things get a bit sketchy. But I feel like from the beginning I've not exactly been fully PG all the time, so I feel like it's okay. Hello Robin, you're right. We'll do yeah, we'll do Washington after this next race, boys. Good quiet. I definitely think I could go to sleep in this chair. Let's have some music on. Just go to sleep. What I am excited for once I move is one of the rooms is basically just going to become like an office, so I'll get to actually design a backdrop. So it won't be a suitcase and a bunch of other mess. Although actually it'll probably just be all of that. You've got a hell of a lot of G Fuel going on over there. I am EP sleepy, that is correct, yeah. Time for me is 22:22, so 22 minutes past 10. And my third person settings are right there if you want to pause and copy them bad boys over. Yeah. No, you can't make the server, Ben. It's done through my dedicated server. Right. Everyone's in again. Yeah, right. So this will be the last one on this track, and then we'll switch to something else. Started a business. I can just send some to small souls. That's actually pretty litty, Falcon. Hope that goes well. That's kind of the dream. I just don't think I've got the brain to kind of think of something that would be like, I guess, market breaking, if that makes sense. Something that would really pop off that doesn't already exist. Ah, here's some Linda launchers again. Oh yeah, she's slippery. That's through Shopify. Do you make something yourself, or do you like drop shipping wise, where you buy stuff at a certain cost and sell it for more? Actually, I don't know if I'm smart enough to make something from scratch. I don't know how I feel about this song at the moment. I don't think Khan actually remembers to breathe at all. Like, oh! So I've got like an 18-hour long drop shipping course just saved on my PC, which I just haven't committed to actually learning properly yet. It's a lovely, lovely whoop section there. How far? Oh my god, I'm already 11 seconds down. It's only one lap. Oh, it's only the first lap, sorry. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. Based on where the finish line is on this track, practice track could be a cheeky little elimination race track. Stop saying the N-word, Khan. Naughty boy. If you reckon e-commerce, I generally wouldn't be able to tell you the difference between the two. That is how unknowledgeable I am in the world of business, unfortunately. Why'd I ban you? I haven't banned anybody. Are you sure that you didn't get ejected for having an old setup on your bike? You're welcome to watch the stream back to see my actions. I have not banned anybody today. I'm on the Husky 450 at the moment, Sinner. Yeah, my front end is not liking braking in some of these corners. Yeah, if it's cheating, then you've got an old setup on. Nothing to do with me. That is purely the game. There's nothing I can do, unfortunately. So, to explain it simply, let's say I played practice track on this Husqvarna 450 a year ago, and I had a certain setup on it on the old OEM bikes, and now I've loaded it up today on the Husky 450. I will have an old setup for the old bikes still saved. So the game thinks that because the setup that you're using, the values within that setup don't match up with the new OEM bikes, it thinks that you're cheating and trying to use, I guess, external values, so it kicks you automatically. So you have to... I think the best way or easiest way is to go into the track in testing and then delete the setup, and then you can join multiplayer servers, or you go into your files and delete the bike setup from each track, and then you can do it instead. See, now you boys are too smart for me. I do wish I was more business-minded. It would make life a whole lot easier and a lot less stressful, because I could probably quite easily do that at the same time as doing this. There's nothing more depressing to me than the idea of going back into an office 9 to 5 every single day. So having something that you can actually do quite flexibly and set your own hours would be very, very lovely. But then I'm also aware of how much... how scammy these things are. So when you see people advertise and it's like, oh, I make 20 grand a month from doing this, just buying my course. It's like, if you was really making that much money, you wouldn't be selling anybody a course, would you, buddy? So it's very tough area to try and get into, I think, when you have no knowledge on it to begin with. Some supermoto elimination races. I can understand why you'd want me to do that, Bronson. After you've made a supermoto track, which I haven't played yet, by the way, but it does look good. I've seen the screenshots. I just don't think... I don't know, would it appeal to that many people? I don't know. Oh, calm. Didn't know you had a wife. Is Breezy a practice track warrior as well now? He's got Paris, he's got practice track. Goated on the sticks. Oh. Practice track isn't agreeing with me today, boys. Washington. You notice how bad I'm riding since I've started playing music in the background as well? Get rid of that. I'm very audio based. I let these people finish out their race before I do anything else. Should sell online training courses. I do one-on-one coaching for like an hour at a time. I guess that's kind of the same thing. You need to be a YouTuber in the finance sector because their ad revenue is insane compared to gaming. Crazy, crazy. I couldn't tell you that song name. I've just closed the YouTube video that was on, unfortunately. Might have to log a ticket then, Morgan, I'm afraid. I don't run the website. I'm just like a client of it, if that makes sense. It's something that Nico runs. Vertical live streams. Would that just go through YouTube Shorts, or is that just so people can watch on their phone? I suppose I'd have to redo everything on. So I'll show you this real quick. So this is what I see. So I've got like my stream. I've got everything stream-wise here. These are my scenes. So when I'm starting, I'll click on starting, for example. And then when I'm playing, I'll play on this one. And this is just when I'm recording videos. It's just a separate one. But it doesn't change resolution. It has to be kept in one resolution. So every time I'd want to stream in vertical, I would have to go into my settings, change all of the like output stuff to a vertical resolution, then change all of this, and then every time I'd want to do it normally again, I'd have to go back and change it again. So it'd be a bit of a pain in the bum. Wasn't any info but how much it is for an hour. I think that's right. You kind of know what you're buying with each person. There shouldn't be any more info related to that. I think you get an email afterwards just telling you like kind of what time. I mean, I think once you pay, you get to choose a time slot. I think I haven't bought anything on there. As I say, I'm just a coach rather than a customer. So I don't think I've been through that whole process. I couldn't tell you. Right. Oh, pardon me. Right, we're doing Washington. No, we're not. It's not called Washington. No, it is called Washington. Why isn't it showing up? Just this wash. There it is. Washington. I'm going to keep it on 2 ERODE. I'm hoping the Washington ERODE's a little bit more than practice track did. I had no idea. I'm guessing that's the whole soil versus soft soil thing going on there. But I am going to probably ruin this for myself by... Where's MXE? I didn't want to click on MX3. Where's MXE? There it is. Alphabetical order. Permanently wonked Willy? I don't know, would you want it to be permanently wonked? Well, I could get very sore after a while. Damn, I'm not joining this very quick, am I? Am I going to be able to get my own server? Okay. Whew. No worries, Kieran. I'll catch you later, man. Try pick up Bitcoin, as I have sense they will skyrocket soon. I think they already have skyrocketed again recently, though, haven't they? They was down at like 30 grand for a while. Now they're back up at 50 again. Because I've got Coinbase on my phone, because a few years ago I used to dabble in it, but it just stressed me out too much. I was checking it too much rather than just buying some and leaving it and seeing what happens. But I've been getting a lot of notifications recently that I don't know what Solana is, but Solana's been popping off. I'm going to go to the extreme and run the alpha mapping as well. I don't know. I'm not a very, I'm not a risk taker. I don't like taking risks with money. I prefer more, I guess, guaranteed methods. Password is deep, just above my head. It's way too fast. No way I'm stopping without engine braking there either. I think Joseph, who pops into the streams every now and then, he's quite savvy in the crypto scene. They slide in his DMs and ask for advice at some point, because, I mean, he donates a hell of a lot of money to the streams, so he can't be doing too bad. For the coaching, if you go in, it should, keyword should, if you go into the description of this stream, there should be a website called MXB Coach, which it all goes through as well. Oh my god. I've never tried jumping around that corner before, but I didn't expect to overjump it anywhere near as much as that. I thought it would be a lot more straightforward. Okay. Maybe the e-bike was a bad idea, but I feel like I kind of have to commit to it now at this point. These bikes are very fast, yeah. Very, very. Get the setup on, even though I've changed nothing other than the mapping. Yeah, to be fair, if it was easy, everyone would do it, wouldn't they? I wouldn't say I'm not scared of failure. I'm scared of risking lots of money and then not getting it back, is my issue. So if it's something that I need to invest a couple hundred in to start with, but then I know that I'm going to get that back over a period of time, then that's fine. It's just having the know-how of how to go about getting that back. Just Varg things. Whole shot cheat code. Not the best on acceleration though, it's better in the top speed department. I also imagine it's going to handle like absolute cheeks over a bunch of this rough. And it's got no engine braking, so stopping flat inside is very, very difficult. Oh no, there's no chance. Oh, I stopped. Okay, yeah, the engine braking is kind of a big deal around her. Did not really think that forwards too well. But we are going to hit the yeet. Yeet! Bonk! Death. Feet picks. I think feet picks is a very oversaturated market now. That's when one of the girls I used to work with, she was just looking at all that sort of side hustle stuff, whether it's like used underwear or feet pick stuff, and it's a very saturated market now, unfortunately. So whilst it sounds like a nice, easy idea, it actually isn't. Uh-oh. Damn, I've can't lie, boys. I've kind of fallen apart in the last race and a half. I'm sorry, Cam. Yeah, I'm just wobbling my way around the track. It would be nice whilst doing the whole YouTube thing of building something up in the background that I could then continue to do after the whole YouTube era goes. Just never want to get to the point in life where I'm particularly stressed about making rent or utility payments each month. Because right now, savings-wise, I've been saving money for 10 years. Like, since the day I started working, I've saved like X amount every single month. So I wouldn't have to work for a while to save, or like just to fall back, but I also wouldn't want to eat into savings at any point, because in my eyes, that savings money isn't mine to use. It's there to eventually go down the route of buying a house eventually and things like that. So I don't want to eat into savings ever. I want to be able to live just on my month-to-month, I guess, revenue that you're getting. I think that was my fault. I kind of rode under him there. I'm sorry. At least that's the way I view savings anyway. I had to take some out last month when I was paying the deposit and first month's rent in advance for where I'm moving into next month. And I just felt like I was taking a piece of my soul, because obviously I haven't taken money out of that account in many years now at this point. I like seeing number go up. Didn't think the fence would fling me like that. TikTok with silly stuff makes bank. Yeah, TikTok's interesting. Again, it's very hit and miss on what does well and what doesn't. I tried making one of them TikToks before where you get like a online Reddit story, get an AI voice to read it, and then put some ADHD footage in the bottom, and I think it got something like 5 views. So I was like, maybe not the best for revenue though. And when you look at the cost of like TikTok promote, it's unreal. I think it's like you pay something like 15 quid for 5,000 views. But it's like 5,000 views is about 50p in revenue that you get. And you don't think you're even guaranteed to have much of a retention from the people that create those 5,000 views to begin with. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the old TikTok promote. I haven't used it yet. But I'll go from videos having 1,000 views to then random ones getting 300, 400k. So very odd. And I use the same tags most of the time. Sometimes I don't even use tags at all. I did find out, I don't know if it's true or not, because I haven't tried implementing it yet. I had a random Instagram reel pop up to me the other day. And it was saying, it was just some guy explaining algorithm, etc. And apparently how TikTok works is with reels. If you have hashtags in your reels, it can actually negatively impact your performance. So if you have no hashtags and you just upload a reel as it is, it will be sent out to 10% of your followers as like an initial test, and if it is then well received, it will then push it on to another 10, another 10, another 10, so on and so forth. If you have a tag, it will send 5% to your followers and 5% to that tag, whereas you can imagine if it then doesn't get received well by that tag, then it won't push it on further and keep it going. So a lot of the time you are better just doing nothing and letting your followers enjoy it, and then when Instagram sees that your followers enjoy it, that's when it will try pushing it out to others afterwards. 1:42 a good lap time. I think it's pretty decent. No, I won't lie, it's been a hot minute since I've tried running a Washington lap. I don't know what you're looking at these days. The lap times we're running in the server right now aren't really anything to go by, just because the track is absolutely boofed. Yeah, I'm on alpha mapping. Yeah, so actually nuts. So you just flip the throttle in the air and you go to almost do a backflip. Oh, yeah, nice little scrub. Careful. Do. Up. Up. Oh no. Oh, we're alive. But if Washougal cuts or anything to go by, you don't want to be going on the grass or near the fences because it'll punish you for it. Just want to tiptoe into here, nice and smooth on the throttle. Alpha mapping is a little bit insane. Come out wide, jump across. It actually looks like there's a base to this track where it's got eroded to a point. There's a particularly darker brown part where the ground actually ends up getting smooth again. Yeah, I think the AMA Outdoors tracks this year are going to just be so different to last year. They're very different track creators. I expect them to have like a bit of a GP vibe, but it'll obviously just be the AMA track layouts, which it'll be nice. I think it'll be nice. I'm about to get hit on the inside here, aren't I? That was finally crashed. I've been catching up with with young Brezzy a little bit on this last lap, but just made all the mistakes at the start, unfortunately, so gave him a lot of breathing room. Could not come back. I'm excited for it. I think they'll be fun. I have been struggling on some of the recent MXGP tracks, though. Just something about some of the roughness, like Trentino, for example. I do not vibe with Trentino at all, which is weird, because the 2022 Trentino, so the one that we raced on last year, it's probably one of my favourite GP tracks. I've run so many laps around there. It feels really quick, very smooth. I've got all the lines dialed, and then this year's Trentino, I never feel like comfortable on the track at all. I always feel like I take the track in different sections rather than kind of linking everything together as one track. Oh. Anyway, let's spin the bike round. Going again. Dawsoner. Bonk. A la bonk. Boso logos keep eating me. Stay away from them, Breezy. Don't get near them. We'll let these boys finish off their last lap. We didn't actually lap many people. Guess people are the Washington Warriors these days. Still, Addy, with things like that, I just don't like the risk about it. I really don't. It's like you got to spend a decent amount to get any sort of return, but then it's like at the same time I can't really afford to lose that decent amount that you risk in the first place, you know. I just see crypto as a form of gambling, to be fair. I think it's just all luck based. I believe what you want. I don't believe anyone can actually predict what coins are going to do at any point unless they're like the bulls, for example, that just sell everything. The erode's killing you. It's meant to. That's the point. You got to be nice and patient, nice and slow, nice and smooth. And then hopefully that translates over to other tracks that you play. Leave it 20 years. I forget that I've got it in 20 years. If I've got a login, there's no chance I'm remembering my login details in 20 years' time. Thank you very much, Chase. That's very kind of you. I think it's a lack of knowledge / lack of direction at the moment that's got me a little bit anxious. Kind of got to that point now where it's like, how much longer realistically can I keep doing this for? Because I don't think it's much longer at all. Maybe a year, 2 if I'm lucky, maybe. Because I don't see the game growing anymore. Because like development's just basically stopped on it at this point. So you kind of got to work on a plan B in the meantime, and I'm just trying to work out what that is for me, so to speak. Oh, if I've still got the link to the Google form in there instead, Hydra. I apologise. Go to. I'll send a link to you in chat, or send a link in chat instead. Go to this link instead. I didn't realise that I've still got the old form in there. Go to that. That's the website that you need to go on. My apologies, sir. Yeah, I'll be streaming again this week. If I'll be streaming Friday at least because that's when Supercross is. But I might even stream the Thursday before that. Tomorrow I'm going to have a day off. But yeah, after that should be all right. Right, we've got 24. We just got Zan sinking in. I'll wait for Zan and then we'll go. I do. Just wondering if I had water to make up a G Fuel. I can do that. The issue with G Fuel is you have to do it with like 300 ml of water, so I need to drink my water bottle about there every time anyway before I start. That'll do. What do I want? I need to arrange to meet Charlie at some point as well, because I've got some unopened ones here that I want to give to him before I disappear across the country. Also need to visit my grandparents before I go away as well. It's going to be a sad time. Very, very sad time. But hopefully it leads to a Lynn's improvement in his everyday life, rather than sitting rotting away in his room. I think shoulder days is probably one of my favourite days, to be fair. That was weird. I started shaking as he was putting his hand up. Right, this is probably going to be the last race of the stream, boys. Cheeky little... How long have I been going? 3 hours? Yeah, 3 hours. Yeah, this will probably be the last one of the stream. So make it count. Put in your best performances in this race. Can I coach you outside the game? What kind of coaching are you thinking of, Derpy? Because I can promise you I'm booty cheeks on a real motorbike. Here we go. It's race time. We could do the whole race in ASMR mode if you really wanted to. Hey baby, how you doing? You want to play MX bikes with me? You want a little one-on-one coaching? You like that, don't you? Oh yeah. Ding, ding. Even if you have bad RL, but you could still teach me things. Maybe. Whisper into my soul. Listen, there's only one person that is allowed to call me the D word. And I don't have kids, so... Oh! You can't see it. I know you can't see it. Wait. Go back. Go back. Oh! Go. I may have just wiped people out by going in a straight line on the start straight by taking my hand off the controller, but it's fine. Yeah, yeet. I'm glad I looked over to my left there. Don't turn. Oh. Touch it. Oh. I have no idea. I've not gone out the front of the bike there. That was nuts. There's no way that's the lead, surely. There's got to be someone disappeared up the road. Literally didn't turn for the first corner and I'm back up to the front. You'd have to sit. The road looks painful. Yeah, it is. That is the point. It's a little bit overkill. I didn't reset this track, to be fair. I've reset it after each one, but it's not too bad. It's extra slippy on the start because I've got the alpha mapping on. So lots and lots and lots of acceleration. Can't park there, sir. Sir, it appears you are cheating. We don't condone cheaters around these parts. Just rejoin the track where you exited. Maybe he's had enough. He's given up. He can't take it anymore. The road's too much. Do. So I saw a doctor about my shoulder and he kind of just thought it might have been ligament damage, but there's nothing really else to do other than build up the muscles and try and do stuff. But yeah, I still have days where it hurts a bit. I'll see if it gets enough. Well, I mean, once I've moved out as well, I'm joining the gym that my girlfriend goes to, so I'll put it through a couple of arm or shoulder days. And if it's giving me like a lot of trouble to the point where I just can't lift much at all, then maybe I'll go and get it looked at again and see what it can be done. But I don't know, might just be one of the things that you kind of have to grin and bear it through. Because I'm not looking to go and do just disgusting amounts of weights and get as huge as possible. I just want to be aesthetically pleasing, if that makes sense. So more looks over use. Because I have no use to be super strong in my everyday life. Like I sit and play video games, for crying out loud, but it'd be nice to look good. Hey, listen, all of the small victories are what we like to hear about. Tripling in after a Supercross 180 is not an easy feat by any means. Some people just cannot get their head around Supercross, so well done, sir. Now, you have to do every single lap. That's the main thing, and with a road. Oh. It would appear that... I'm not sure if anything's going to change at all, but where Mr. Bomb Squad cheated off the start, I'm guessing the game's either bugged or it is like legit, but it says it's 1 minute and 30 seconds up the road. So I guess, oh maybe, I mean it says I'm in the lead now, so I've got no idea. Very interesting group of folks. Sam Sulek too, nah, it's not a bit of me. You can hear how out of breath he is just pushing a shopping cart around the store. No, I mean Sam, he looks good. He looks cool. He's a very sound guy as well. Watched a few videos of his, and he just seems like really chill. Yeah, not a bit of me. And I also have no desire to use certain substances either. Au natural. I think the furthest I would ever go is something like Clem, for example, just to get all the pounds off. Even then, that's illegal in the UK. So, maybe not. Please don't pump me. You are a lapper, sir. I would appreciate you just getting out of the way. I know you said you're not here to cause harm, but it's just very annoying. Oh, you actually reminded me. Once I need to go up into the attic and dig out like my steering wheel and pedals for when I move out. Can't forget to take them with me. Try and get into a little bit of iRacing again. That'll be fun. I mean, so I'd done my ACL and my meniscus in my right knee years ago, which is when, to be fair, the amount that I used to go riding heavily dropped off. I used to be actually alright on the bike before then. when that happened, it took the best part of like a year for it to even be operated on, because the NHS is a very, very broken system. It then obviously took another few months for it to even heal in the first place. They repaired the ACL, I think. They couldn't repair the meniscus, so I just don't have a meniscus anymore. I've just got part of my knee. But I've heard a lot of people just having problems with it, but mine feels pretty damn good, to be fair. It doesn't really bother me anymore. It's on very, very cold days, maybe. Sometimes it'll feel a little bit on the stiff side, but I can go riding now without full knee braces, you know, just normal knee pads, and like dig my leg into the ground, and it doesn't cause me pain or anything like that. I do have naturally very, very strong legs. Anyway, last time I saw my girlfriend, I thought, you know what, I'll come to the gym with you anyway. My shoulder's buggered, but I can do a leg day with you. So we was doing legs, and we was on the seated leg press, when you kind of press your legs up away from you. And she had like, she only had 20 kg on each side, which is like 44 pounds, I think, so 88 pounds in total. Like pushing herself quite a lot. And I hopped on and just done one warm up, and then I slapped on. It was 160 kg, I think. It might have done 180 at one point, which times that by 2.2. I'm not sure what it is. So 300 and let's just say like 350, for example. Might be a little bit more. But after not doing anything leg-wise for months and literally just sitting here, I don't use my legs during the day. I just sit down in a chair all day. I feel like I was quite happy with that for like I think it was eight reps. So I have quite strong legs by default, but the upper body does not match, unfortunately. Got them big old thunder fires. Mass moves mass. And she was kind of a bit taken aback. But I have this conversation with her now and then, just how genetically, just naturally more gifted men are than women, like physicality-wise. I think it kind of opens her eyes a little bit. Linda got chicken legs? No. Got very strong legs. I do have cake, yes. To put it in the easiest way possible, I don't think I would have to do a glute exercise in my entire life, because I'm not lacking in the arse department. If I was fully dressed and you saw me from behind, you might think that I was, let's say, an older African lady. I have got that dumpy. I think if you had a glass of water, you could probably place it on top of my cheeks and it would just sit there. It would just chill. It's like a shelf. Hello, Lucas. Yeah, the buns are in the oven. Do got that dumpy on me. I'll stand up in a second. Once this race is done, I'll show you the dump truck cam just from the side. Usually, boys, you see it from behind as I'm walking out, but I'll show you the side profile. And bearing in mind, I'm just in sweatpants right now, so it's not going to be like super defined or anything. It's still a big old dumpy. I'm thick. What do you mean, yes, please? Don't be saying it like that. Jesus Christ. Big Nicki Minaj guy. These bomb squad guys have been very annoying this entire time. I'll probably eject them for next time. There you go, boys. Last race of the day. We are done. I'll show you. They're great. Hang on. Is that a good angle? You can see, like, look at the dumpy on it. Big old ass. He's got cake. It's not really a good view, to be fair. Ah, it do be thick. You should see me in my gym shorts. Very large man. But yeah, I'm gonna love and leave you now. I'll be back Thursday or Friday at the very latest. And yeah, good night, everybody. Thank you very much for stopping by, as always. Catch you next time.